the OG.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's Jude Law.
I didn't know that.
Spoilers.
He's cast.
Professor X's son, bud.
Oh, now I know this is a man Captain Marvel's gonna be. So is it gonna be Jude Law like on the regs?
I don't know.
Is she gonna like here?
I don't know.
You are the Captain. No,
It could be.
and then I don't know I don't know anything about Captain Marvel.
Neither do I.
I believe she is a Superman woman.
Pretty
Is that
much,
what
I
she's
think.
all about?
Probably.
Is that what she's all about?
Like I said, I only know the guy, but he's very Superman-ish.
I believe she's an alien, possibly.
Yeah,
She could
fell
be.
from outer space.
Yeah, I like these questions. If I know the answers, you actually want me to say them?
Yes.
Yes.
She is not an alien. She is.
Oh.
She in the comics, she is of Earth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I think this trailer opens with her crashing into the city. Yeah.
Back
Yeah.
in
New York.
In Blockbuster. What a great
Like
way
in
to
the
be.
90s, yeah.
What a great way to evoke a time.
Yeah. When I saw it, I'm like, Blockbuster's still around.
It cost
This must be
them
in the past.
$0 to use this trademark.
There's still one Blockbuster.
Is there?
I think I
Yeah.
heard that too.
There's a Twitter account for the last Blockbuster.
That's
It's
pretty
they bought some really, really stupid. Oh, they're the ones who bought the Russell Crowe loincloth from Gladiator. There was a...
They
So
have
it's
it
just a museum
displayed.
now.
What,
Yeah,
did they think it had powers and was like going to rip off with this loincloth? Blockbuster reborn!
There's just like one clerk wearing it behind the desk.
I would wear it.
I would wear it.
In
too.
a heartbeat.
If I was going to buy it, I was going to wear it. I'm not going to display it.
Is it true you can crush a man's skull with your bare hands?
We're looking to our host.
I don't know. I've lost. I'm trying to. I don't know what we're.
A man's skull? No. A child's maybe.
Is that from Gladiator?
on, you
Is
guys
that-
for real?
Is that from Gladiator?
Yes!
I don't know if I...
It's
did
been.
Oh, I
In the
love
words
that.
of Revolver Ocelot, it's been too long.
You,
It's a 4-hour movie.
That's not true.
It's like 3. It's over 3.
It's long,
I think it's like 220.
but it's absolutely memorable.
It's long.
220.
I don't
And
remember the child's
completely
skull.
quotable, apparently.
What can I tell you? If you find yourself in fields, you're dead.
Yep.
I remember that one. I remember. Are you not entertained?
I think he's still... Are you guys following the Apollo Creed Memorial Tournament on TSN 1260?
Oh, am
No.
I?
Yeah.
No, what's that?
Say like
251.
251. It is a like a 64 person fan vote bracket for best sports character of all time, and somehow the guy from Gladiator was in it.
Maximus? I guess.
Maximus is, I guess, gladiating is technically a sport.
It's like the original wrestling.
And he,
Yeah,
I think
before
he's
kayfabe.
in the. I think he is in the Sweet 16 now. So
Good for him.
Marty McFly also made it into the rec
What the
division.
fuck sports does Marty
was
McFly
skateboards.
do? Not professionally.
No, it didn't say professionally.
Oh, he's not a sports figure. He's just
He wa-
a figure that happens. So literally everybody in the world.
In
basically.
fairness, he was in the rec division, which is a lot. It was like a lot of obscure. Where like Wayne and Garth were both in it. So.
Aragorn and Marty McFly
Yeah.
are the 2 finalists.
Marty will go.
Yeah.
It's gonna. You know what it's gonna be, which is gonna be funny. It's gonna be Shooter McGavin and Happy Gilmore in the finals.
Good.
Yeah. You guys see Tiger won today?
Yeah. First tournament since 2013.
Yeah, 5 years.
I was thinking about like, do you think it was him kind of in his own head, right? Was golf is such a mental game?
Yeah, it's probably the most mental game.
Probably,
One of the most mental games.
Probably spiraled sort of
No, he was going through some
out of
shit.
control game wise. Anyways.
Yeah, and then there's the injuries on top of that.
Yeah, and then as soon as he starts losing, he's like, "Well, fuck, I lost it," and that adds on
He's
to
just
it.
getting old.
I don't know.
Snowballing, and then he went away for a while, came back, and now he's fucking.
I sort of felt okay for him winning that tournament.
Yeah,
Good for him,
Sure.
I suppose.
Tiger.
Yeah,
he's Tiger.
let's get the world back to the way it was.
Yeah.
back to the way it would have made sense. God damn it!
Yeah, back to the 2 aughts.
Yes,
Yeah.
the late '90s, early aughts. Well, folks, you want to do a little podcast here? Everyone feeling good and
We can try.
good and warmed up?
Yep.
I'm gonna unzip my sweater and we're gonna
The-
do this thing.
The Filipino meal today. Fucking
Oh,
turned
yeah,
my whole
what's that
day
all
around.
about?
Yeah, did you just show like
I showed up to shoot like a barbecue thing they were doing to raise money for the typhoon.
you were supposed to be there?
was supposed to
it
be
wasn't you
there.
just like walking
I was
past
like,
it.
look at all
Look at this Hungry boy, this way, this way.
Come here.
I mean, that is exactly what happened, but I just happened to be there shooting it. And they literally told me like 14 times to come eat. And I was like, I
Always.
promise.
They're always
I will
telling you
come
to eat. Yep.
when I'm done shooting.
I've got work to do, but
Yeah,
yes.
I'm going to eat.
Always
and then
checking on you every
I
2
went
minutes.
to put my stuff in my truck before I went and got my food.
And they thought you
they
were
were just
leaving.
like, don't leave without your food.
He's trying to get away. Stop him.
It was so fucking good, though.
Oh, yeah.
It looked good.
This was
Where
unbelievable.
was it? I wasn't even...
It
aware of
was
that.
down like 23rd Ave and 109th Street.
Okay, that's a little far from me.
A little far west.
That's not bad.
I
I could have
10-minute drive.
Yeah, drove out for free food and
Oh, yeah.
just drove out. I'm with the camera
I mean,
guy.
I think it is it is implied that you would donate to get the food if you were not covering the event, but
What would you have to donate?
Bring
Just
a
like
can.
probably
couple-
five, not even
cans of
five.
soup.
Yeah.
Typhoon
Yeah.
relief.
yeah.
like some
They
mac
just
and
storm
cheese
out
or
there.
something.
Yeah, I think they were taking food and money and
Spam.
Do they
Cans
need
of
old
spam.
Xbox
Spam.
360 games?
yes, they specifically were asking.
Okay, good. So I'll be by later. I'll be
Yes.
by later with a truckload.
No, they're using them to like shore the water.
Oh, the game should be talk shows.
Well,
Well,
I was fucking hungover today.
I updated it again,
what'd you
Damon.
get up to last night?
Thanks, buddy.
Just sat and played video games, drank Fireball. Yeah.
What'd you play? I thought you said you didn't play anything.
Destiny and Rocket League. Well, I didn't play anything new.
Yeah.
I really want to stay up and play Spider-Man tonight
Do it.
because I don't work tomorrow.
Oh,
Do it.
I don't work
shit.
till 10 tomorrow.
Yeah,
Oh,
fucking
shit.
go.
Let me give you a tip. Do you put your feet up when you sit on the couch?
No.
Okay, never mind then. That was my tip.
Yeah,
Don't.
lean
That's
forward.
it. That's the killer for me. I figured it out. If I leave the feet down, I'm okay. I can sit in that chair. I can play games. I can watch TV. As soon as the feet go up, it's just
Yeah, I bought a coffee to sort of perk myself up for the show.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And hopefully in the long run, it'll keep me up tonight.
Fucking do it.
you should
Yeah.
stream it. Nothing's on tonight.
It's a hell of a game.
It's podcast and then nothing's on the channel. Oliver's going to be on playing Spider-Man. You heard it here first.
Yes, okay, I'll do that.
Live after this.
I'm
Easy
not going to
platinum.
be on tomorrow, by the way.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Cool.
But yes, I will. Yeah,
Easy
that's a
platinum.
good. That's a great idea.
Yeah. Get your time. And how? Few weeks? 3 weeks?
No, how long do you want? I don't know.
I don't know. I would like it back in I would like it in about 3 weeks.
You
3
call-
weeks. Is
I'm
plenty.
hitting a moving target, so it kind of doesn't really matter. But
Sure. What is this target? Like, how do you know when
so
it's cooled
okay, here's
off?
a little insight. Here's a little insight for the folks at home. If a game is Twitch is organized by viewer and then by game. So it's very top heavy in the sense that all the most viewed stuff is always on the top, and then after that is organized by game. So if you're in the very bottom, you show up on the very bottom because some people will inevitably go to the bottom and be like, oh, I wonder who's down here. If you're at the very top, you show up because you're in the very top. If you're somewhere in between, which for a new game like Spider-Man is like 50,000 people streaming it in a given day, you're just lost in the shuffle. Completely lost.
Spider-Man's
Completely
actually
lost.
dropped like significantly.
Because it's a very short game. People are finishing it
It's not a short game.
compared to something like World of Warcraft, or
Yeah.
it has a very short drop-off time, so it's getting down there. It's getting down into the 5 digits.
Oh, I see.
It'll be down into the 4s, and once it hits, about 1,000, about 800, it's kind of our wheelhouse right
That's
now.
where Matt Ease lives.
That's our target. That's
Yeah.
that's the target right now.
Have you given any thought to Extra Life this year?
Yep. Yeah. I'm thinking about what we want to do, what I want to do / us.
Mhm.
What do you want to do?
Whatever you guys.
I can't do fuck all. I work on weekends.
Down for 24? I mean, it'll be a 24
Yeah.
whether we do it
You can't take
all
it off?
together again, whether
Don't have
we
any
do
time.
it in chunks, whether we do it, I don't know. Maybe I do 12, you do 12, or we split it up like that. I don't know. I'm
Does
thinking.
Does it go into Monday? It goes into Sunday.
Saturday.
Saturday to Sunday, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah. Some people do it into Monday. Some people do the whole weekend. Like it's like a month thing now.
I can fucking grab the baton on Monday,
Yeah, you could. We
Yeah.
can keep it going.
Sunday night.
Could we keep it going all week? We could probably keep it going all week,
I will commit to Monday.
and then I can pick
And
it up
that is-
Monday night,
Yeah.
all the way into Tuesday AM. Who's taking off work Tuesday?
I'm off on Monday as well.
When is this thing?
Should I jump? I'll jump. I'll grab it back on Tuesday morning.
On Tuesday,
Yeah.
We'll figure something out.
Run
I
it to
don't- I don't
Tuesday
know-
night,
I don't
hand it
know
back
what
to
we're
you.
doing. Yeah,
Huh.
we'll figure out something.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know.
What?
though.
That's in October, isn't it? Or November?
Usually
November.
first weekend in November, I think. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I got a lot of thoughts. Last year was good, but it could have been a lot better.
Not if you ask Warren.
Well, especially if you
Not
ask Warren.
Yeah, it's not if you ask me. If you ask me, it's perfect. Everything worked out great. Not enough Zelda last year. That was the problem. I was thinking how many problems could have been avoided if we just played Zelda.
I quit the show if we play
24
Zelda.
hours of Zelda.
Yeah.
Could have done start to finish.
I heard Oliver's doing 24 hours of Zelda this year for Extra Life.
Sure.
Okay, done.
Okay,
Breath
why
of the
not?
Wild. That'll be fun around.
Do you
hour
have
20.
to set up that whole team thing?
Yeah, but that doesn't take long. We should probably start getting pledges and whatnot though.
Yeah, like what do you do? Like a month ahead? About?
Yeah, something like
Sure.
that. So yeah, by the beginning of October, I'll have it rolling.
Okay.
The actual, if there's anyone who hasn't played it yet, 24 hours is exactly how much time you need to platinum Spider-Man.
Oh, that's a good point actually. That's a little extra.
Goddamn
Do some stuff
lies.
twice if you want. All right, let's do a podcast.
No.
Okay. Hey, hi, hello. It is September 24th, 2018. Welcome to the Talking Reckless podcast. I'm very dynamic. My name's Eddie. Brandon Lynch is here as well.
Good to be here, Matthew.
Good to have you. Oliver Aguilar is also here.
Great to be here, you guys.
Kevin Byer.
Is also here.
And did not bring his title
fuck.
yet
Oh,
again.
no.
After he made a special point of, I need to bring it down or I get hassled.
Or else I'm
So everybody hassle him. He's running to grab it.
Boo!
What are you doing?
Well, he's gone. Quick, everybody talk shit. Okay, he's back. All right, be cool. How you guys been
got
doing?
just fucking roasted while you
Yeah.
were gone.
buddy.
Damn it, I didn't hear that.
We had it all waiting so we could just fire it out in 4 seconds.
Oliver dropped a diss track on you.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Don't worry. I'll put out my response in 2 days.
Yes.
How's everyone been doing?
I'm doing
Welcome
dandy.
back. 1 week from real time. We're almost in real time now. We recorded on
'cause we
Sunday
just
last
doing it
week.
on Sundays.
We're Sunday this week.
Sunday's my favorite time to podcast.
Oh, it's my least favorite time to podcast.
Sunday night is the one night a week that I'm virtually always available.
It's the start of your weekend.
Yeah. And no one else is doing anything on Sunday night, so I'm
It's
like,
true.
well,
It's true. It's a good night for a podcast, but people who work on Monday get antsy.
yeah.
Because we go late sometimes. Sometimes we get into the issues, and we need
Yeah.
12 hours of podcast time instead of just 3.
I don't think that's ever
It's going
happened.
to be today.
That's today.
Yeah.
This is
Coffee.
this is the end of video games. We'll talk about the news. So
Thank
it's
God,
We're also
finally.
gonna do like 2 hours moment of silence for TTG.
yeah, and then
Press
another
X, pay
2
respect
for
for video games.
Capcom Vancouver.
And there you go.
And we'll get into it in news, but bad week to be a video game dev.
I was at the Terry Fox run the other day, and they, I'm a big Terry Fox fan, as all good Canadians should be.
I am
And they're like, we're gonna have a moment of silence, pay respect for Terry Fox. And then it was a moment of silence, but they were playing over the audio like the sound of his fucking leg clanking on the ground.
Yeah.
And I was like looking around trying to figure out what was making the noise for a long time. For like 75% of the fucking moment of silence, I was like, what is that? Turn that down. It's a moment of silence.
Do you guys hear that?
Yeah. Just like pointing at my ears like, it's fucking something wrong with the speaker? And then I was like, oh, he's running.
Vocalizing this whole thing to the circle of people around you.
Oh, no, I figured it out. Oh,
It was
okay.
running. It was him running.
Maybe started over. I wasn't paying
That's
respects.
another 2 minutes.
No.
For those that don't know, Terry Fox is an amputee?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a Canadian legend.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a hero.
Lost his leg. I don't know.
Cancer.
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 And ran coast to coast, but didn't
Coast to
quite
coast
make
and a
it,
half.
right?
No, I thought he went
No, he.
because
I thought he went
I think the
coast
trip
to almost coast.
I think the trip was supposed to be coast to coast and then back, and he made it coast to coast and then
But
like
not back.
halfway back.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
okay.
sure he made it like 2/3 of the way.
This is terrible of all
Didn't
of
make
us?
it the full.
I also thought he
Maybe.
didn't quite make
No,
it the full.
he definitely didn't make the
He
full
didn't
way.
make
It's
the
kind of
full.
the sad.
But was the full
story.
way?
Coast to coast.
Because he was gonna,
Okay.
he dipped his leg in one ocean and he was gonna dip it in the other
ocean.
one. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Gotcha.
it was what it was supposed to be.
So yeah, with a mechanical leg,
Mm-hmm.
and the whole clanking is just a hilarious
Yeah.
choice of words.
Well, yeah. I don't know what it was made of. I guess it was like a thudding. But
It
I mean, back
Like-
then it was probably
I mean,
made out of wood.
yeah, nowadays he'd fucking just stand on the leg and rock it across the country. But,
Exactly.
now they wouldn't let him do it because it would be like unfair.
yeah.
It looks like, have you ever seen the boots? You know, the boots from Portal, the long fall boots?
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a boot with no foot in it. It looks like the long fall boot minus the foot part.
So there you go.
Yeah.
There's my story about moment of silences.
Man walked farther on one leg than I probably have in my entire life combined
When was
so
that?
far.
When was
Last weekend.
annual Terry Fox run?
Yeah.
I remember in school, we'd do the Terry Fox run, and it'd just be like a running marathon kind of thing.
Yeah.
And like you'd take donations and stuff. I hated it.
I just didn't like running.
Yeah.
Well, that was it for me too.
Yeah. I was like, oh,
not a lot of respect for Terry in junior highs.
I don't think it was mandatory for us. I think like we could sign up for it and do it if we wanted to.
Yeah, I think we had to do it, but I don't think we had to run it.
Oh.
I think we could walk it.
Yeah, well, I mean, they can't forever. What are they going to like stand behind you with a
Well,
cat of nine
They
tails?
give you a bad grade.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got bad grades in gym all the time.
I actually got surprisingly good grades in gym.
I didn't even want to try. I didn't
No,
put the effort in.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I'm no good. I'll just chill over here.
I put effort in certain sports like track and field. When it came for the yearly track meet, I put effort into that, as well as volleyball.
Sure.
Everything else was
Volleyball's fun.
don't give a shit.
It hurt when you'd like hit your arm on the ball.
Yeah, or like the meat of the palm is one I always remember.
Yeah.
My meaty palms always being sore.
We did archery for a while, and the bow would always snap on my arm, and it made me like really angry in a way I don't usually get. I'll be like, "Hey, this is fucking stupid. This isn't even athletic, barely."
Like an arm guard. Are you supposed to wear like a guard or
No, I
something?
think you're
No,
supposed
they
to
don't give you
just
a guard.
not fucking pull it ass sideways so it hits your arm. But
I know lots of people wear guys. Somebody in the Discord was posting pictures the other day of their
You
arm
might have an
all
arm guard.
scraped up.
And I was judging them because it's the only reason you hit your arm is if you don't know how to hold a bow.
Yeah, there's a proper way of holding
Yeah.
a bow.
yeah, which I wasn't doing probably.
because you didn't have someone to stand behind you and like adjust the bottom of the bow into your body and then lift that one elbow up.
No, it's
It's always
very
elbow
simple.
up and bow in.
It's very simple.
Okay, Kevin has his left arm straight out in
You,
front of him.
when you naturally go to grab something, you just put your arm out
Right.
and you grab it, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
When you want to grab a bow, you got to come in at it sideways and twist your wrist and then hold it like that.
Like a 9mm.
Yeah,
Well, no one ever taught me that. Yeah,
because that will
like a cap about to be busted.
keep it so that your elbow is in line with the rest of your arm.
You're smarter than my gym teacher because my gym teacher is like, I don't fucking know what to say.
Well, I mean, like also like if you think of the part of the arm that is going to get scraped on the bowstring, like these are
No, it's always your elbow.
like a kind of like up
Yeah,
here.
because it
Oh,
catches you when the bow goes.
The jerk off muscles
that's-
is exactly what he's. I don't know what is this particular muscle on your arm called?
Jerk off muscle.
I'm pretty sure the scientific name is the jerk off muscle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so the bigger that is, the more well defined that is.
So yeah, I'm not a big fan of like just going from the
Are we
elbow.
talking about shooting? Are we talking about shooting bows, or what are we talking
Obviously,
about? Okay.
obviously. You gotta get your shoulders into it if you want to get the maximum amount of distance.
Use two hands. I mean, most bows probably use two hands.
Yeah.
I've lost the metaphor. Did you guys play any video games or do anything else you want to? I don't know if the Filipino lunch made it on the podcast.
No,
Probably
yeah,
not.
I played video games late last night. Drank a bunch of Fireball. It's
Bless 'em.
official sponsor.
As one does.
Unofficial official sponsor.
Yeah, and was real hungover today. I was having actually a pretty like, lousy day. Nothing was really going wrong, but I was low energy. I was hungover. I had all these shoots to do. The first one was the typhoon relief thing, and I'm like, that sounds sad. I don't want to go to that.
What a bummer.
Yeah, that's not the spot for a hungover white guy. So then I got there, and it was raised by the Filipino community, and they're just having a blast. They're
Yeah, typhoons.
We're not in it.
yeah, they got people dressed as typhoons and clouds spinning around. That's not true. They were like barbecuing and taking donations and everything, and they see me roll up and just like bring me right in. They're like, "You got to eat. Here's all your get your interviews done. We'll bring you people to interview." So I interviewed them. They're like, "Get all your shots," and then you're gonna eat. And they were like, every time I'd go to get a shot of anything, I'd like put my camera by it, and you'd be like,
Plate of food
Yeah,
just
they're
comes
like-
from the bottom of the shot.
they're
every
like, "You can eat that if you're done." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm almost done. You'll know when I'm done. I won't be holding the camera anymore." And you're just going around and everyone offering me. And then because I was going to eat, went to put all my stuff in my vehicle, my camera, my tripod, and everything, and they like chased me down the parking lot.
He's getting away! Stop him!
They're like, "Oh, you didn't eat? Do you need to leave?" And I was like, "No, I'm just dropping this off, and then I'll be back." And then they're like, start walking back, but they're like watching me over their shoulder, being like, "He's fucking me. He's gonna leave.
He better not leave
gonna
without
isn't he?"
eating.
Oh no, he's coming. He's coming. Get the food.
You didn't see it, but somebody like watched to make sure you actually swallowed. And
Yeah.
Okay, we got him. He ate.
And then I got to the barbecue guy, and he had been giving everyone this. I don't even know what it was. It was some kind of barbecued meat.
On a stick?
It was not on a stick. It probably should have been because my fingers got very sticky.
Looked like pork, maybe. From
Yeah, it looked like kind of like
picture you
pork,
sent?
like a
Yeah.
thin pork steak kind of thing. I got up there, and he had been giving, like, people had been putting donations in a box, and he had been giving them one of them. And then I stroll up, having made no donations, and he's just like, "Oh, here's like 6. We'll just pile it on the rice until there's no more room." And I was like, I feel real bad. They're like, "No, you're giving
Here's
us
a
all
guy
the
raising
coverage."
awareness.
That's right.
Here's
You
a
wanna-
guy televising it to raise awareness.
Yeah.
He wanted that CTV cameraman to say something about his food.
Fun fact: that story will air well after that event was over, and they will
Yeah,
get
because
no
you didn't hand
additional.
in your SD cards.
I forgot to ask if it was live.
Yeah, they're like, "So people are gonna, when's this gonna get on?" It's like, I just,
Soon, yeah.
Our next
as
newscast
soon as
it'll
I'm
be
done
on
this
there.
plate.
Heading back right now.
That's right.
When we schedule in our next fluff piece, you will be top of the list.
Yep. Yeah, look for yourself somewhere at 6:58. It really turned my whole day around.
Yeah.
The attitude, the food, just set me on the right path for
That's
the
the
rest of the
best.
day. Oh yeah.
Bless those people.
You know, every goddamn story I've ever done with any Filipino person, they've given me food. I think.
There
It's
you go.
true. It's a
Yeah.
very like even just going to Oliver's place when I was younger. You cannot escape without having dinner.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost impossible.
Yeah, it's good food too.
Yeah, they're nice
There's a lot of
people.
places that like
There's always way too much.
a lot of ethnic food that people try and give me, and I'm like, I don't even think I like this. But whenever it's like, no, I know that's barbecued meat. I don't
yeah.
care where it's from. It's fucking.
You have the like it's like the sticky rice, but it's kind of sweet.
Yep.
What's that called?
I don't know.
Sweet sticky rice.
Yes.
Oh,
That's right.
it's
Yeah.
good. It's like a
got a
weird
whole bunch of that on my
consistency.
plate.
It's like tapioca almost. Minus
Oh, that's
the,
not what I had. Well, I think I
minus
had
the-
a very.
It's a
regular
dessert. It's a
rice
dessert
thing.
thing.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
it's
Yeah,
a
I think
dessert.
I know
You-
what you're talking about. I don't know what it's called.
It's like it's weirdly soft, but it's good.
It's fucking good.
Yeah,
I'm getting hungry.
me too. Let's go for Filipino food after this.
Everybody in my place.
I will be there. Video games
Okay.
or other
Not
life experience?
A lot of new video games. I have gotten well into the Messenger, but apparently not well enough as
The
to have
Ninja Gaiden.
Yes.
Gaiden.
it. All I know about that game is something is supposed to happen and kind of blow my mind a little bit. And
Little bit.
Little bit. Something did happen that kind of blew my mind, but I don't think it was the thing. And if
Yeah.
it was the thing, I don't know why everyone's so excited about it.
Okay. When I saw
It's
the
tough to
thing,
talk about.
it is. When I
'Cause-
saw what, and again, like I've only watched videos too, so I think I know what the thing is. But when I saw the thing too, it's like, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't like I need to play this right now. Oh my god. It's
Okay.
like, oh, that's neat. Okay. Yeah.
It's open.
I get it.
It's opened up a little bit,
Yep.
which is the only thing I've experienced.
That's not.
That's not the thing?
No.
Okay.
No, it'll be a very. It's a mechanic.
Okay.
It's a specific
Gotcha.
mechanic. You're like, oh, this, huh?
Yes. That game is really good though.
Yeah.
For what it is, there's a lot of real meta stuff going on, like really well handled. We know you're playing a video game. Referential stuff that is done in all the right ways. There's I don't know how much I should say, because I don't want to give it away. But for instance,
Okay. All right.
there is the shop owner, who's a great character. There is a moment where there's a cabinet in his store, and you go up to the cabinet, and he will tell you don't touch the cabinet, and you can keep trying it, and he keeps coming up with different dialogue, being like, no, seriously, don't touch the cabinet. You can't. I told you not to touch the cabinet. I'm getting tired of telling you. And then he eventually gets to the point where he's like, if you touch the cabinet again, I'm going to tell you a really long story. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, and I like hit X, and he's like, seriously, and I'm not going to let you skip through it. And I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, I hit it again. He's like, I'm not kidding. You need to make sure you have some time if you're going to keep doing this. And then I hit it, and it was fucking long.
That's what you get.
Yeah, I like got to the point where I read like the first like 5 minutes worth of text, and then I was just like, just started watching Warren play Spider-Man, just hitting X until it was done. And I was like, well, that showed me.
That's good. That's really good.
Yeah.
And even on his way up to that, he's very like he'll start repeating dialogue, and then I like thumbed through that, and he's just like, oh, repeating dialogue usually gets you to go away. So there's a lot of good stuff with that. And then the action is it's a perfect difficulty for me, where it's like I'm getting up to bosses and dying a couple times, and then getting it,
Figuring them out.
yeah,
and getting
figuring
through
it
them.
out. So
Yeah.
I would recommend that game.
The Cloud Step. You get the Cloud Step already? That's you
start
get
with
that
the
from
Cloud
Go.
Step.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that seems
yeah.
like that game's kind of hook.
That's the thing, yeah.
Anytime.
And a grapple hook
Oh, I didn't
is
even know
kind
about
of
the
the
grapple.
yeah. So it's very
It's like a bionic commando, like grapple to a point on the screen, swing across.
No,
or
it
is
is.
it
It is
straight
very
ahead?
straight ahead. But you use it to like launch off grapple points and then combine that with the Cloud Step to get places.
That's cool. That's
Yeah.
very cool. Cloud Step is whenever you hit an enemy, anything,
Yeah.
right? Whenever you hit,
anything,
you get another jump.
Well, not anything, but enemies, projectiles, and every level has a different, very obvious like point that you can use either as a grapple point or as a smack me to get your jump back.
Cool.
Yeah, very good game, and I haven't hit the thing yet, so
You're buying it on Switch?
Switch.
Okay, yeah.
it is kind of unbelievable how far into the game that thing happens. Like I've put some hours into that game.
Yeah. I don't know. Again, no one wants to say too much,
Yes.
just in case, but I'll maybe do a little. I don't think I'm ever going to play it. I'll maybe do a little research. And,
Do a little research on
yeah,
that.
we'll figure out what's going on
I've been,
here.
I've been in the Tower of Time,
Okay.
and then the game kind of changed.
Yeah, I think that might, there's definitely some time involved.
Okay.
So you might be there, or close to, or,
I hope I
or
haven't
leading
hit it.
up.
I hope I haven't hit it, because if I have hit it, I'm like, it's
Maybe a
underwhelming.
little disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see. Once you finish, we'll know.
Yes.
What else have you been up to?
More Destiny.
Yeah. How's it?
I'm a level 530 something now.
What are you doing? What's your goal? What's your next step here in Destiny?
My goal right now is getting good enough to do the blind well, which is the horde mode kind of thing.
That's the six person, right?
It's a 6-person horde mode. Me and my fire team of 3 combined with another fire team that was very good, and did the tier 1 one, but there's different tiers
Oh, okay.
of it. So we did the tier 1 one and handled it pretty well. I bet you we could do the tier 2 one, but I think I know there's a tier 3. There might be more after that, and I can see it getting very hard.
That's how
very
do you,
fast.
or
And that's how you get your second subclass.
just the tier 1, or do you got to do two?
I think you got to do, because nothing happened when I did the tier 1,
Okay.
so I think there's a higher tier. The Dreaming City, which is so when you get Forsaken, you get a new hub city, which is called the Tangled Shore. Spent a lot of time there, or a hub planet, I should say.
Just like a social space where you see other players.
Yeah,
and-
well,
okay.
it's like any
tower,
level. It's
but
like any
not.
destination. Like it's not the tower, so I guess it's not a hub space, but it's got that kind of area where you come and take all your bounties and stuff like that,
Oh, okay.
and then you can go explore around. So you do that for most of the time, and then once you have done the campaign and some kind of quest stuff after the campaign, you get to the Dreaming City, and the Dreaming City is hard. Like just the everyday public events and bad guys walking around that place are very, very tough.
Yeah.
So that is kind of where we've been exploring.
Is it like a light level thing? Will eventually you'll catch
Oh,
up and it'll be like, oh, this is no big deal.
eventually, and just because we've been playing more, me and my friend Andy are a little more equipped to be there than Warren is, and it shows a little bit more like how long he has to spend shooting just one of these guys for them to die compared to me and Andy. So
This is like the first time they've ever held back one of those leveling zones or whatever zones with missions and stuff. That's the first time they've ever held it back to like max level, right? Or
like till
closer
the end
to end
to the,
game.
Yeah, it is the end of the campaign. You get access.
That's kind of
to
cool.
that area. Yeah, it was really neat because I didn't know it was there.
Instead of finishing them all and then grinding them all out a bunch to get to the next step, at least it's like, okay, do all this, grind a little bit, and then I've got another one of these.
Yeah, it seems
break
like
up
very
that
much an
monotony a
end
little bit.
game. Like let's make this a little more fresh now that you've got up to the soft cap.
Yeah.
Here's a new place for you to kind of get to the hard cap and get ready to raid.
It seems so good, but it's $60 goddamn dollars.
Very expensive.
Oh, it's like buying another Destiny.
Base game is free, and I was thinking maybe I should start playing that, but I heard base game's really not that good.
This game,
Yeah, it's
is
okay.
fine.
Yeah.
It's way better than Destiny 1's base game was.
Yeah, I would maybe play for free on PlayStation with
Is
you.
Destiny 2 Is that the one that's free?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
But just not the so they release an expansion. The
Yeah.
idea is you're gonna play this. All your friends are the expansion, and you'll be like, okay, I'm max level. Let's party up. But
I would
you have
say
to buy it.
Get into the base game, play it if that's the kind of thing you like. If you get to as high as your number goes, and you're like, oh, this is fun, I want to make my number go higher, then you can put your money in.
I remember playing the beta of 1 before it even came out, and I liked it. I just
good.
never
Feels real good.
never bought it.
It's very cathartic.
Yeah, it felt
And like
good.
and like mindless is a bad word. It's like meditative almost. It's mindless, but in a way that like in a way that feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just-
and you can do anything from the mindless. Like the way it works now is if you want to just get in and upgrade your gear, you just go and get bounties for the Crucible, bounties for Gambit, which is a new PvPvE mode, bounties for Vanguard, which is just all PvE. Like there's bounties for everything. So you go pick up 5 bounties, go do it. They're not hard bounties, so you'll knock them off, cash them all in, get a bunch of tokens, and then trade those tokens in for a better gun than what you have. So it always feels like you're doing something, and you can. I've described this maybe as a detriment, but Destiny I've described before, where you kind of get to the point where it almost feels like chores, like
Yeah.
fun chores.
It's the MMO
Yeah,
thing
where
that
you're
happens.
like, you get home and you're like, I'll go get my bounties done, go do this, go do this, go do this, turn the game off for the night.
It's 'cause
now I
they-
did my daily stuff.
It's because they reset on a timer, and if you don't do them in that time, it feels like you're not
wasting-
optimal.
yeah.
It's like, oh fuck, okay, I only got 2 hours. I have to go do these.
Yeah.
And it does feel like chores.
Exactly. But if you go into it not racing to the finish line against everyone else, then it never feels like the bounties to get are like 250 glimmer, and glimmer becomes, which is basically just your currency.
Money.
Yeah, it becomes so inconsequential that I go and I will buy all my bounties, spend 2,000 glimmer, and then do like 2 of them because I decided to go to bed.
Yeah.
And not feel bad about it the next day. Like you don't feel like you're wasting money because those 2 bounties you did get done might have got you back up to the glimmer cap. So yeah,
You should play it. It's free. The worst thing you can do is try it and be like, I don't like this.
I just got my turn on Spider-Man. So
Yes, that's true. That's true.
Might have to
There,
get
don't
back
worry.
in.
There will be lulls. We'll hit that mid-spring lull, and hopefully Destiny will still be free, I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean,
we'll get Destiny
Yeah,
now.
just pick it up now and then play it
Yeah.
in 8 months when you have time.
Is that how that will work? Is it a free PSN
Yeah, it's-
Plus
yeah.
thing?
Yeah,
or
it's
is
a
it?
PSN Plus thing.
I thought it was
Yeah.
I thought it was on the Destiny level. I
No.
sort of thought it was free everywhere. Actually, I guess.
No, it is just a PSN Plus. It's
free-
one of their free games.
PSN game. So you just
Interesting.
click it.
Yeah.
It's mine.
Everyone get it.
You
I'd
do
probably
it.
go play
Download
with
it
you
and
guys.
don't play it. That's the worst thing you could do, right?
Just get
The,
it.
the worst you could do. Sorry, not the worst thing you could do is not download it.
The least I could do.
Crazy people don't download free games like Warhammer Vermintide, which is a great 4-player co-op game that
I think I have that game now.
doesn't just. We should play it.
Sometimes you miss them.
Yeah, it's
Like sometimes I'll like
sometimes Matt Eats puts a thing in the chat and then reminds people in 2 weeks, and they're like, fuck you. I ain't got
remember
time
that-
to press download.
I
Fair enough.
remember that getting in the chat, and it was like 2 weeks after it had already stopped
That's
being
not true.
free.
That's
Yeah.
not true.
I feel like that was
at
how
all.
That's
that
probably
happened.
how that happened.
You're, I've
No,
always
sir.
agreed with you.
I heard you can't platinum Spider-Man.
That is, I think, it. I am itching to pull the trigger on Tomb Raider.
I have a story about Tomb Raider, which we're going to read in news.
Is it going to change my mind on pulling the trigger on? Okay.
No.
You want to go halfsies on it?
No.
I've heard it's
God.
I've heard
Are you
it's,
sure?
I've heard it's fine but not exceptional.
I think it is going to be a benefit to me that I did not play all of 2.
Probably.
You should watch. Maybe
I'm going
maybe
to
you-
watch it. Like, I'm going to
Yeah.
watch this. I'm going to get the story part.
Yeah, good.
But I'm
Good,
not
good,
going to go, like, I've heard it's very much more Tomb Raider. And it's like, oh, I think I'm more ready for more Tomb Raider than most people are because I didn't put
Skipped
much of a
out on
dent
2.
in 2. Yeah.
Yeah. Just really just the post-credit scene. I think is
That's what I need?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 2 is fine.
I don't even remember that.
It is a very cut and dried. We're
mean,
gonna
you
go
can
find
tell-
a temple.
well,
It's an evil
yes.
temple. We're gonna defeat the people who want to use the power for nefarious ends. Now we're good. It's cut and dried, Uncharted, National Treasure, any of those. The first Tomb Raider.
I love Uncharted.
Yeah,
So
it's
do
okay.
I.
Watching you guys play Uncharted 3 on your Monday stream actually
It's a great game.
Yeah, I forgot that game existed.
Yeah. Me too.
Playing Nate
Uncharted
Drake
3?
as a kid
3.
and like young Sully and that whole like beginning part in the past.
That's a good
I
game.
don't remember much of that game at all.
Where's his brother at that point?
Jail?
Yeah, he's in jail.
Is
Jail,
he?
yeah.
How old is he? If Nate is like 14. I
Oh,
guess-
when he was young?
Yeah. Yeah. Where's his brother
Oh,
when
I
he's
see.
a kid on the streets in whatever city?
Just remember they sort of split up.
You know, I don't think he had a brother written yet, actually.
He wouldn't have. No,
Yeah.
he wouldn't have.
But they sort of explain it in 4.
Do they? I'm sure they do.
They escape from the orphanage, and then
Oh, yeah.
Sam like motorbikes off.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
There was a
Okay.
scene about that.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
Good.
I don't
Lore
remember
check.
3 at all. Like
No.
things are happening. Like, oh yeah, you play as Kid Drake, and then oh yeah, is the desert part with the airplane?
Okay,
I don't
this
remember
game?
really.
Is the ship in
What
this
happened
game? Was that if it wasn't in 2, it's in this one for sure.
Yeah, I
'Cause it's
think the
not in
ship is in
4.
this one. And then even the part that we stopped at is the French chalet, which catches fire.
I actually don't remember this game
I
very
don't
much at
remember
all.
that.
Yeah,
it's got-
I only remember that chalet catching fire because that was an E3 like thing presentation that they made. And I'm like, holy fuck, that looks good.
The British guy, I remember at the very beginning.
But I don't really remember.
Were the
this
blue
game.
guys? Or that was in 2,
That
right?
was 2.
2, yeah.
I remember the blue
I
guys.
love that. Sorry, go ahead.
3 as the old lady,
The British lady.
British
Oh,
lady.
yeah.
Yeah. See that 3 is completely forgettable for some reason.
I
but
really like
what's,
4.
What's the MacGuffin in 3? What's the magic artifact or whatever? Where are they
it's-
going? What are they looking for?
From what I remember, from what I've just watched, is
Yeah.
like Sir Francis Drake's ring activates something, but
like-
it's also
It's not Shambhala. It's
he's-
not Shambhala.
he's following T.E. Lawrence somewhere. I don't know. And then they mentioned the Rubu Kali Desert.
Okay.
See?
Yep.
I don't know. This game, I'm excited to play more.
I love how when we talk about these games, it is just a collection of set pieces and us guess like, was that in 1? Is that the submarine was the first one, right? And then those are great games.
You gonna play 4
Yeah.
again?
Yeah.
I kind of
wanna play
love
4
4.
again too, yeah.
4 is real good.
Does 4? Am I correct? One of them has a fucking sword fight in it, right?
Yeah, that's
okay.
4.
All right,
4.
good.
Yeah.
Okay.
At the very end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's fucking dope.
Awesome.
Ship is on fire.
You think they'll ever? Have they said that 4 was their last one? Or I guess whatever the
They kind of left it in a way
standalone
that it was probably like he had. Well,
They
it was
all
spoiled
end
for
with
The
him and
daughter.
Elena.
The daughter is
Yeah.
of age.
I mean,
for
you could. I think
stealing,
you could make another. You could make an. Oh, for stealing.
for heisting
For you're gonna say to be able to go carry on the torch.
for
That would be
well,
cool,
yeah,
too.
she
Yeah.
yeah, totally to go be the
Oh,
next
I thought you
Tomb
meant
Raider.
that she is of age where she would get stolen.
Oh no! Well, also yes, that's a great idea as well.
Yeah.
Well, that sort of would be a good explanation for why he murders people.
Drake?
Just like the Taken
Yeah,
movies.
it's a very specialized set of skills.
It's a better
I've got
reason than the
fingers like
reasons that
fish
he's
hooks.
always had.
Everyone.
Yeah.
That's Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I know, but I mean they're very similar.
Kenway.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yep, that's a name from Assassin's Creed.
That's the guy who says the fingers.
There are many Kenways in Assassin's Creed.
Uh,
3.
Drake never says anything about fish hooks.
No, he just does it, doesn't he? He's
He's
not. He's not here to
fucking-
brag. He's here
no.
to do a job.
No, he's
He
to do
just
something.
does.
Yeah.
Oliver, what have you been playing?
That's it.
Uncharted 3
Uncharted 3
on O&A Plays.
on O&A Plays.
Is he going to take a backseat for Spider-Man going forward? Do you think?
Probably not on Mondays. I don't know. On Mondays,
Be
we'll
your-
probably just, yeah,
Be your own time.
Yeah.
You and Spite. You and Pete want to spend a little
for sure.
private time together.
You guys, I cannot play through God of War.
No.
I can't.
It's funny. I was watching a little bit of you play God of War.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to decide because this could also just be a matter of, well, the best game of the year is whichever one I watched most recently.
That's kind of how I
yeah.
feel because I'm going back through. I'm like, oh, this game,
Yeah.
you guys.
Because I was watching Warren play Spider-Man, I was like, this is the one. This is fucking it. And then I watched you play a little bit of God of War, and I was like, oh, baby, that's a fucking great game.
Did you? You should just watch the first Stranger fight again and join me on the Game of the Year train.
Just right before Game of the Year.
Yeah.
I'll fucking pop that on. And be ready to go.
I don't deny that game. Everything that's said
It
about
sounds
it.
like you're trying to, Oliver.
Yeah.
But it just, for me, on a personal level, like, I cannot play through it. Like,
Is it the combat?
it's not the combat because I like the combat. I'm just not that good at it. Also, it's just not doing it for me.
Yeah.
Like, and it's weird to say, and it's weird for me to explain, but like, I mean, it's Kratos in Norse mythology,
Yep.
which, holy, like, that sounds awesome. and I want to read all the lore, and I want to read the bestiary, and I want to like all of this, but
Lore.
I just can't. For some reason, I can't.
You think Spider-Man might get? I think if you don't like
bet.
Spider-Man, maybe you're broken.
Yeah.
I think that
No,
this
but
is the final
I
litmus
cannot
test.
not like this one, and
Yeah.
I can't see that
I
happening.
think if you get into this and you just can't, it doesn't click. You need to figure out if video games are really for you.
Oh man, because like Brando said, I started playing through it again this week. New Game Plus on the hardest difficulty, which is fucking hard. You fight 4 Draugr, 4 base ass zombies in the very beginning of the game. I died actually 12 times on that first fight. I just beat the Dark Elf boss in Elfheim, so like
Those things are so friggin' hard.
the Draugr are the hardest enemy in the game. The basic Draugr are so fucking hard. And that first Dark Elf boss, we just beat him, and we're on like 150 deaths. So it is fucking insane.
It really teaches you how to use those systems, though.
You have to play almost perfectly. Almost perfectly. I can take about 1 hit. If I take 1 hit, then it's like, okay, maybe I could pull this out of my ass, but I doubt it. Oh my god, is it hard.
Yeah.
But it's totally made me appreciate the combat in that game in a way that I just didn't before. It is so fucking good and like so fluid and so weighty.
Right.
Everything. Kratos feels like his hands weigh like a ton each. And like he is freakishly strong, and they get into it in that game. It's just like every punch is sending dudes like flying across the map. Every shield bash is blowing over 50 guys.
Yep.
He feels so fucking strong.
It like for me that game definitely had a click moment with the combat where it stopped being like mashing the swing button and started being knowing exactly what every push of every button was going to do to the
it's
enemies
good.
around me. And as soon as that happened, I was like, oh, the combat is so fucking well done in this game.
I think that's where it's missing for me.
When you finish a fight and it's all coming out perfectly, and he just looks like such a badass, you just want to stand up and be like, ah, like let's fucking fight for real.
Just fucking pick up your axe at the end of the last one and
it's
just
so
walk
good.
away and just like, fucking killed all those guys, didn't take a single hit.
I always leave the axe, and then as soon as the next fight's about to start, holds his hand up for like 4 or 5 seconds, and you can just hear it like getting closer. Oh,
And then you
it's so
fucking
good.
just move your hand so it goes flying into the enemy.
It's so good. Man, that game is and like the character work and the story and like apparently one of our viewers knows the kid who plays Atreus.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try and we won't get him on the show, but I'm gonna try and get him to be like, I love to talk about this podcast.
Hey, that'd be cool.
Perfect kidnapping age.
Yeah. I actually wondered if in the year since year and a half since he recorded those lines as a 13, 14-year-old boy, his voice is probably completely different. Completely gone. But even like the way the dialogue interacts, and like Kratos says maybe 500 lines that whole game, but even just like a lot of it is him being just like, but it's it sounds so fucking cheesy, and I know Kevin is gonna give me a look, but like even just that little is like there is more emotion in that one sound than a lot of other games have in their entire dialogue.
That's true.
It's so well done.
Here's the look.
It is very nuanced, and I really like it because like up until a point he's like hiding the fact that he's a god from his kid, and then but like every conversation sort of hints at it, and then like the kid's asking something, and you've been with Kratos this whole time.
Oh yeah.
And then he just gives you a and then like,
Did you see? There's a little spoiler if you're playing God of War. Maybe just plug your ears. It's not too bad. Did you see at any part? Yeah, cover them. Did you see any part where they showed sort of like flashback style characters from the previous games?
yeah, like the sort of ghosty stuff.
Yeah. You saw that stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. And that
Still not
you're
there?
close, man. Like you
I'm
must be close to
there.
the
Like
end.
I just it like. Again, like
sucks.
I would much rather. Hey, I'm considering playing Destiny instead of
Yeah.
God of War.
You can always consider playing Destiny.
It's true. It's just one of those. It's just one of those things where like I don't get it. I need to understand this.
I don't get it either.
This is one of my
I
favorite
need
games
to
ever.
This has
sit down
everything-
and watch you play it and tell you why you're wrong.
You probably could, and like I could probably get a little bit of tutorial with the combat because, the combat's just like
Once you get it, it
I don't know,
feels
but
good.
I don't.
It's
I'm not.
fun,
I'm
man.
really not giving it a chance.
fun.
Like I will try to do like axe stuff, and then when it starts to get really like overwhelming for me, I'll just take out the other weapons and just fucking mash away.
That's a fine way to play it if it's working.
I really like the axe, though.
Here's a fun tip.
love the axe.
Don't ever use those runic attacks. Those things take way too long to go off, and a lot of times you die before you're done using them.
Really?
Yep, you still take damage. So if you got 4 guys around you, and the particularly bad one is the gauntlet. I'm using that fucking useless talisman, which is like, it's like a 3-second animation, which feels like it's about 18 seconds when you're doing it. Because it's him going, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, all that time you're getting hit, and then the thing goes off.
Oh.
You using the squirrel?
Is that a squirrel?
Yeah. As your your annual animal.
Nope. Using the boars.
Oh, I like crows.
I used the wolves for a long. That was the starting one, right? The wolves.
Wolves at first.
Yeah. And then as soon as I got the squirrel, I fucking had the squirrel the rest of the game, just so he could give me his witty banter and swear at me for waking him up.
Squirrel talks?
Squirrel talks.
Squirrel talks.
Like we're talking about the hold square
Yeah.
To make the little blue animal.
I might have to start using that
Do
squirrel.
you know what he does?
Nope.
He just fishes out health orbs and
I probably can't use that squirrel and finish the game. I need my fucking big, like, 12
your
seconds.
thing?
It's a
Yeah.
12 seconds stun everybody.
Yeah.
The crows. It's good. It's real good.
I was playing on normal. I could afford to have the squirrel.
So was I the
say
first
funny
time through.
things.
Yeah, first time through. It's great. It's so good. It's the best game.
I'm on my way to the land of the giants.
Yeah, Jotunheim. You're very close.
Yeah?
You're very close to the end, and which is the oh shit. You are. That is like the last thing.
Yeah, you might just have to power through and then at least know how it ends.
That is
I
the
want
last thing
to do that.
Yeah.
Again, I want to.
You'll
But
get
I just can't.
You'll get a big traditional style like set piece boss fight, which they used to throw 50 of them at you. Now you get a couple, but you'll get one of those, which
I
is
fought
really fucking good.
Baldur on a dragon.
Oh,
That was awesome. Like, I love
y'all
that.
ain't seen nothing.
I think it's
You're
just because
so fucking close to the
I
end
think
of
it's
that
just
game.
because
I know.
they don't have as many of those pieces. Because I will play a little bit and a little bit and a little bit, and then when it has like those big set pieces, I'm like, fuck yeah,
Anything
it's
with a health
awesome.
bar.
And then it just
I'm not exaggerating when I say, to my knowledge, you are going to the quest marker and you're done.
Yeah, well, I think you
After you
have
do
a
that
boss. You have
Baldur
a.
dragon.
Oh no,
fight.
wait! Did you already get the thing to open the Valkyrie doors? It's like a thing you got to move. It's a
chisel?
mini game you got to move, and then you stab it. Yeah, it's a chisel.
I don't know.
I think you have one big boss fight left because I think that happens in Jotunheim.
Don't listen to Oliver. Just put the game down.
You should finish it, man. You should, or
I want to. I
or-
really want to.
or at least just go watch the cutscenes on YouTube. Like just watch the story
I think
part.
Jotunheim is the last area, right?
And
That's where the
learn-
shoe drops.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't fight anything there, do you? You just kind of walk through.
Well, I'm trying to remember where you get the chisel from because I know
I
that
feel like the chisel thing happens before the.
definitely fight a Jotun to get that chisel.
What the fuck did I just do? I went into one of those doors and I jumped off the ledge into something.
Oh, in the between space.
In between space.
Oh yeah, you did the thing Brock distinctly
Yep.
tells you with 2 hard F-bombs. Don't fucking ever jump off the fucking ledge.
Where does that take me?
Helheim.
Does it?
Have I not been in
Yeah.
Helheim before?
Do you have the Blades of Chaos?
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
you've been to Helheim, yeah.
Oh, spoilers.
Sorry.
Yeah,
well, the weird thing is on New Game Plus, which we're playing, you just start with them, which
Right.
is kind of weird.
Wow.
You're so fucking close.
Just watch it. Just watch it and learn who Atreus is
I'm
and see
just
that
gonna
shoe
do it.
drop.
I'm just gonna do it.
And the second time you play that game through, it's a very like...
There's not gonna be a
No,
second time.
I know. The second time the royal you plays that game through, it's knowing what kind of they're all talking about. You're like, oh, it's very different context the second time through.
And there's a good end credit scene.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry.
Yeah.
Not end credit scene. There's a
go
good
back
scene if
to
you go
your-
back to your house.
Yeah.
Go back to your house.
That's what I want to see.
Yeah. It's
God, I'm so disappointed in myself
Yeah, me
yeah,
too.
we're all disappointed.
that I don't
Yeah.
like this game.
I'm not disappointed.
We after Breath of the Wild, honestly, we expected.
Now-
The man hates good games.
Yeah.
He hates good games.
Kevin, I can't remember. Did you play it and dislike it or not play it?
I haven't played any of the God of War games.
I don't
right.
think.
This would be a
Does
great
he have
spot
to play?
jump in.
Yeah, he doesn't have to play the
This
other
would
one.
be the best spot to jump in.
After Warren's done Spider-Man, he's jumping into God of War since PlayStation's out there anyway.
Yeah. Should find a way to get it to you. We'll figure something out.
I probably won't play it.
No.
He should.
Not
Like,
even
it's
if
worth
it's- not
playing.
even if
It's
it's
absolutely
$0.
worth playing.
Even Oliver, who refuses to finish it, says you should play it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
maybe
think you might like it.
$0. I don't know.
You just give it a try, right? Worst thing you do is play it, and you're like, "This isn't for me." I know you have a lot of trouble getting over your like preconceived. We all do. Getting over our preconceived
the
notions.
the last thing you need is to come in here looking all stupid saying you like that game. So
Exactly.
yeah.
Right? I have a reputation to hold up here.
Exactly.
Giant set piece boss fights are stupid.
There's only a couple of them. You only get a few of them, and they're really well done. That first one with the stranger is so fucking. Oh my god!
I like the dragon one best. I think
They're all good.
I like the part where you throw the kid up in the air and he just starts.
Yeah,
fucking...
that part's good too. The part where he's like, "Hey, I smell rain." That part's real
that
fucking
part's real good.
Yeah, I pulled that one in the chat. It was great. I'm like, "You guys smell that? It smells like rain." Oh, it's the best.
I really like that big giant turtle tree.
Yeah, he's
pretty cool.
He's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Sindri.
Oh, yeah,
Sindri.
and those two.
Sindri,
Sindri's
he
good.
fucking pulled the fish out of the bag.
The head isn't as
Mimir.
yeah.
Brother Mimir.
You know,
He's not as talkative as you guys made him out to be. I thought he was going to be like.
he doesn't
flipping.
overstay his welcome.
Spend a little more time in boats, maybe. He became
That's
the
what I was
boat
talking
storyteller. Yeah,
Yeah.
He tells all the stories in boats. I don't know. He warns you about people behind you, brother.
And yeah, like all that shit is super interesting. I just.
Calls Atreus little brother. That's fun.
Yeah.
You get to the part where the water goes over his head when you're trying to.
Oh yeah, and he's like,
Turn
I
the
don't know if I
Yeah.
can drown. What a great game.
Yeah,
You-
it is. It is good.
You play anything else
No,
besides not playing God of War?
Did you not play anything else?
no, there's not much. Not much for me to play.
You've been
Maybe-
So
playing-
I've been really hurting to play this game.
Yep, you're in it tonight.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you.
Super fucking stoked.
I'm excited for you.
Yeah.
It was one thing I lost doing this full-time streaming is like no longer, well, at least not for a while, will I go get a game and like, you know, by 4 a.m. the night it launched, I'm 4 hours deep into it with the rest of the world. You can't ride the front of the hype train like I used to.
Ah,
It's
Right
fine.
on the caboose.
I'm totally okay with that.
Yeah, it's,
This whole like arrangement that we have, it's totally okay with me.
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
I don't really need to play. I don't have time to play these games immediately, and I get them for less than. Let's shut down some studios, you guys. This is what I'm saying.
Way ahead of you, brother. Kev, what about you?
Well,
You've been just so quiet this whole time. The
Yeah.
voice is frozen up.
I'm gonna be finishing Final Fantasy VI on Thursday.
You're gonna, even if you don't get you're looking for a drop or something, right? You're grinding to try to find something.
There's this one fight that is, you go into the overworld and you have an airship. Mm-hmm. So there's a fight that you get when you're on your airship, and
There's a fight that you get on your airship.
and it's one fight in the entire map. It's one pixel that like moves around, and if you have to basically fly the entire map until you hit that pixel to get into the fight. And it's a boss that has, I don't remember how many hit points it has, but it runs away after like 45 seconds.
Ooh.
So realistically, it takes you like, unless you're like super over leveled, it'll take you like 3 times fighting it before you actually kill it.
Is it like saving health between each
Yeah,
time?
it-
Okay.
The health carries over, so the damage doesn't recover.
So you're supposed to kind of chase it down, is the
Yeah,
idea?
exactly. But like at the end of the stream last week, we set like the smallest angle on the airship, and just because the map loops, you go from one side to the other, and we just flew in a straight line over the entire map.
Trying to literally paint over the entire thing.
Yep, and we went 4 or 5 times over the entire map without finding it.
Wow.
Is he moving?
Yeah, he moves too.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Is that maybe a thing they like changed in the weird version you're playing?
I tried to look up any sort of guide that gave you an easy way to find it, because the speedrun of the game is basically you have to set up a bunch of values and then reset the game and then load it up so you know where the pixel fight is. Mm-hmm. But I don't think any of that's possible to do on the Steam version of the game,
Which is the iPad version,
which is
ported
the
back to
Game Boy
PC.
Advance version. I want to
Yeah.
say, yeah,
It's real fucked.
it's like a port of a port of a port kind of thing. But yeah, so we spent like 10 minutes, a solid 10 minutes of just flying in circles trying to find this thing at the end of the stream. So I'm gonna try and do it off stream because nobody wants to watch that.
You just gotta have a good like that's when you go into radio mode where you're like, I got a topic. What's your favorite pasta? That's when your show prep comes into play. It's when you whip out your page of notes that you got. And you're like, okay, here's what we're talking about. What's hot?
See, then I would have to do stuff like show prep or read notes or.
I mean, if you just live a well enough adjusted life that hopefully you can. Is the idea like pull whatever? I don't do that. That's why I'm not. That's why I'm not in radio anymore. I'm kind of like a 2-note guy. 3 if you count wrestling, I guess.
What is the drop that you get from this game?
It's one of the espers.
Oh, yeah.
There's also extra espers in this game, so I don't know if we're gonna get them all by the end of it. There's one that we did get, which is the Cactuar esper that you fight in a desert south of a city. You run into it, and
That's where Cactuar would live.
eventually
Checks out.
it pops up. That fight was actually really ridiculous too, because it counterattacks every time it hits you, and it just hits you for like 10,000 damage at a time.
Cactuar ain't no joke.
No, they don't fuck around.
Can't touch him.
Do not fuck with Cactuar.
But yeah, so pretty much the only thing we have left to do is chase down Doomgaze and Kefka's Tower.
Some good names in this game.
Oh yeah. Did you get my boy Diabolos?
It is not the game.
Oh yes, he is.
Jeez, that must be embarrassing.
Should have called this series Diabolos and Dangles. God damn it!
Unless he's one of the added espers that I don't know where he is. He's not in the game. But yeah, so other than that, I didn't play anything else for video games. I did go and see the Book of Mormon.
Oh,
shit.
I saw
this
you
weekend.
tweet what at first I thought was like a demonic summoning or something.
Yes, the
I don't know what. It's not English. I'll tell you that.
He's gonna look it up.
yeah, because
I
it's tough to
punched
remember
it
what
into
is.
Google, and then the first thing that shows up is like Book of Mormon. I'm like, oh.
Hasadiga Ibowe.
Oh, I think I saw you tweet that.
Yeah,
I think I was too drunk to.
to figure out
What
what the
was
hell was going on.
It's like, oh, Kevin's also drunk. Good.
That's
That is true.
Matt Stone and Trey Parker, right?
Yeah, it's their
South Park boys?
their Broadway musical.
I've heard nothing but good things.
It was absolutely amazing.
It's very good.
Have you seen it?
Yep.
Yeah.
I saw it last time it came through town, maybe 2 times ago.
It's been through town a couple times.
Yeah.
It usually runs 3 or 4 nights or days every time.
This is a live performance.
Yeah,
People
live play.
people singing, also
Yep.
playing instruments.
Oh, yeah.
No, just singing. Well, I'm sure
Like the orchestra doesn't come
the
with
orchestra
it.
doesn't play with it. No, but yeah, it's unbelievably hilarious.
For those that are unclear about what this is, can you give me a little?
So
something?
I didn't know anything about it. I knew it was something about Mormons.
The Matt and Trey.
Yeah, the South Park guys.
Yeah.
So it's about these 2 Mormon missionaries who finished their Mormon training, and they're assigned their mission in Uganda. So they have to go to Uganda and teach all the locals about the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
I am a very ignorant man and never knew that worshippers of the Church of Latter-day Saints were Mormons.
I found that out, like, I went to a Catholic high school, and I don't know if we just, like, hated the other denominations, which is probably
Almost
true.
a tenet of
like-
Catholicism,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's literally the first commandment.
It's like high school football rivalries.
Yeah, that's right. Fuck the other team.
Fancy punks.
Yeah.
I've known about it for a while, but for the first like 20 some years of my life, I had no idea as well. And I'm sure many of our listeners probably had no idea.
Like, I don't know. They're Mormons. They worship at the Church of Mormonism.
Yeah, but I found out that they have a third, because the Bible is the Old Testament and the New Testament. The Book of Mormon is the third part of the Bible. But basically the way they explain it, and I don't know how much of it is true. I'm sure all of it's true. So I after seeing this play, I'm really excited for the next time the Mormons come to my door and start talking to me about converting to their religion, because I'm going to love talking to them after all the things I learned about their fucking religion. Let me tell you.
Might as well be a biography.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this like a South Park-esque thing?
Oh yeah,
Not
it's basically
particularly like
like
South Park.
think about like the Bigger Longer Uncut movie, the first South Park movie, the style of the songs that were in that movie. like the way that they built the musical in the South Park way.
Such hits as "Fuck Your Fucking Face, Uncle Fucker."
Yeah, and Blame Canada,
And
which
Blame
actually
Canada.
won the Emmy, I want to say.
think so,
And,
yeah.
Kyle's mom is a big fat bitch, possibly. I
Uh,
don't
that-
know the
that one's
title
from
of
the
that
TV
one,
show.
but is it?
Yeah, that one's not in the.
That one might have debuted
think that-
before the.
Yeah.
Okay, it's definitely in the movie.
Yeah,
Maybe
it is
didn't
in the
debut
movie.
there.
They might have
Yeah.
expanded on it in the movie, but yeah, it's like the same style of songwriting, like very very comedic style, and
It is funny listening to a like musical and having them have time in their song for you to laugh.
yeah,
Built in, because like they'll deliver the line and everyone will be laughing, and then they'll like kind of be able to go right back into the song after the laughter dies without it sounding like super like.
There's a clear interlude.
Exactly, yeah.
Somewhere there's a conductor being like, okay, laugh.
Yeah.
Back to singing.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because I watched an interview on YouTube of some of the original castmates when it first did its run, because this has been a thing for like 9 or 10 years that it's been out. And the first run of it, they actually, instead of building in parts for applause and laughing and everything like that, they built in parts of the songs where they think people are going to be booing and getting out to walk out.
Ah, yes. There are a couple moments in that where you're just like, holy shit, I
Yeah.
can't believe they're doing this.
Yeah, some extremely, extremely crude humor.
Is
But-
it offensive in the way that South Park like often
It has some of
tries
that,
to
yeah.
be like
It's-
skirts goes to the other sideline, that shock humor?
Yeah, it's a lot of that.
It is, I think in general, it is a much smarter humor. Like, it's very clever as well, but it is definitely super crude.
Yeah.
Like, the whole thing, like when you're watching the whole thing, you're like, this is such a good concept for a comic play. But then they like break out streamers representing fire and shit, and you're like, this is also made by the South Park guys.
That's true. Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was hilarious. Would recommend it to anybody who even enjoys South Park a little bit.
Agree.
What about someone who enjoys musicals?
What kind of
Yeah,
musicals?
what kind of musicals for
Can
sure?
I'm just gonna say, and I haven't seen a ton, but I've never once seen a musical I did not enjoy.
There you
Even
go.
I would say Mamma Mia is maybe the
closest?
close where I'm like,
Yeah.
this is definitely not for me. But I don't know. I kind of like ABBA. ABBA's all right. This is all right.
I remember hitting the age in my life where I realized every Disney movie was a musical.
Yeah.
And then being like, oh, there's
Weird.
a lot of songs in all these movies.
Getting
Why are there
way
no
into 'em.
songs in other movies?
This is not. I don't know if I would classify it as like a musical, but it's probably, I would say, like 75% songs, 25% not songs. So
Okay,
it's
that's a good mixture.
Yeah.
I mean, most, like, I've never seen Mamma Mia, but I know, like, what's that one with
Hugh Jackman, The Greatest Showman.
No.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
with the time warp, Rocky Horror Picture.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Rocky Horror Picture.
Fuck,
is
I
like-
love Rocky Horror Picture Show.
That one's like 50-50 though. It's like 50% songs, 50% acting, right?
Right.
What is generously called
Yeah.
acting.
But yeah, this one is much more singing. Like,
Yeah.
I think in the first act of the show, up until the intermission, there was maybe 5 to 10 minutes of actual, just hardcore acting. The rest was like the Hasa Ipoe song or whatever the hell.
They tell a lot of the story. In,
Like,
in the,
yeah,
in the
that
songs.
song
Yeah.
itself is 7.5 minutes.
Yeah.
So, and it's
And it'll be like they'll stop to do a little bit of acting in the middle of a song.
Yeah.
So
I like Repo the Genetic Opera a lot.
that one is also very
A
good. Yeah.
lot.
you should probably see Book of Mormon.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
good. I'm in.
It's very good.
Sold.
Tickets were expensive though.
Yeah.
It's a Broadway show.
I'd probably where if I wanted to buy this online, is there like
I don't think so.
okay,
No.
there's no like here they recorded it with the cast, quote unquote, and then take the show on the road.
I'm pretty sure you can get like audio of it,
Yeah.
but you won't
Yeah.
get the visuals.
Next time they come through, they'll be through again. Next time they come through, I'll
Yeah,
definitely
they come
have to
like
make a
every
point.
year, almost every year.
We should go to VGL again one day, Oliver. Video Games Live.
Yeah, I remember that being really cool.
I was trying to.
Yeah,
Did Amber come with us the first time?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Were we kind of late? Because I think I remember showing up and being like, oh, they were giving away PSPs. Fuck. We should have been here way earlier.
That. Yeah.
I don't know why.
But that was still like before the show. We were late for that.
Definitely.
Yeah, that was fun. Does that still happen?
Oh, yeah. Every year. Yeah. I don't know. I just love live music of almost any kind.
Tommy Tallarico is apparently the president of like Atari now.
In
news?
television?
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. That's
Will
how
he show up in our news today?
I did. So none of us are deep in television, so I didn't pull that story.
Yeah, that's
but
fair
I'm
enough.
deep in it. Television was my first ever system.
I also don't know. I think Tommy Tallarico is trying to reacquire in television, maybe.
Fuck yes.
I think he has. I think he
has it?
president.
They need to put out an Intellivision Mini.
They're putting out some
They
sort of
are.
system.
They're
Yeah.
Putting out something.
Hell yes. Sign me up. I'll buy one.
Yeah, not Atari. Atari's like a bad word now. Atari is like
there's a lot of
they,
bad
they
Atari
sold
stuff.
out, man. You want a hat with speakers in it? Go see Atari.
Well,
I do want a hat
a
with
little
speakers.
more goodwill if you say that.
Can I get a toque with speakers in it?
We'll talk.
All right.
You play anything else?
Uh,
What was that game even? How did we get here?
That's
Oh,
what
you
he
played
did.
nothing. You played
Yeah,
nothing
I
once.
played nothing.
Yes. Okay.
You played Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Little fun.
I also played like another couple of runs of Dead Cells, but
Yeah.
whatever.
I had my best run ever in Dead Cells.
Oh, wow.
I had such a build which I thought was total fucking shit, using Valmont's whip, which is the thing that like crits. There's a certain spot at the very end of the whip where you hit him right there, it crits.
Yeah, you were doing that on stream. I was watching that.
It was the
I was
end.
watching
The end
that.
of that run. I just finished it off today. I didn't beat the Hand of the King. I got him to like 5%. But that whip it was like 3 hits. It was like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. He's down to 5, and he murdered me. But holy fuck, that might be
That's the way to go. Yeah.
the way. That thing was doing 5 digits of damage.
I'm at the point where I'm just freezing everything that moves whenever I play.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it too.
I'm an ice man.
Grenades suck.
Cold-blooded killer.
Grenades really suck
You know
for
what?
the end game.
You know what don't suck? Ice grenades.
They really suck for the end game.
I like getting the ice bow with pierce all enemies.
Oh yeah.
Then you just shoot one arrow and
Right
it
through
freezes
everyone.
everything.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's great.
Yeah,
Get
that
rid,
does sound great.
Get rid of anything when you get anything ice.
at this point, I'm building specifically for the Hand of the King, which you can only freeze him. I don't know how the boss resistance works, but if you freeze him like twice, then you can't freeze him anymore.
That's not fair.
Isn't
No,
it like
it's
it's
not.
probably on like a timer though? Like
I don't think
after...
so. It might. So I think it might be on a rotation. So if you can go like ice fire, ice fire, ice fire, that might reset it. Is maybe my working theory. I didn't have any. I only
You
had
need to bring a
ice
fire grenade with
at
my
the
ice
time.
grenade.
Yeah.
But I was a big freezing man too until it stopped working.
Like the ice blast. God, it feels good to have something coming at you and just hit him with that ice blast. And just,
It's a good two-hander.
oh yeah.
Because I know
It's like
I know the
Kamehameha.
first boss you can freeze just endlessly.
That's
Oh,
not
yeah.
true.
Yeah,
No,
I've done
all the bosses you cannot freeze them endlessly. You cannot freeze the concierge
Whatever
endlessly.
I'm doing
This is Spider-Man
letting me-
trophies all over again.
Yeah, whatever I'm doing is letting me freeze him quite a bit.
Yeah, you
So
can
I
get him
must
quite
be
a bit.
doing something.
Eventually, he'll still get slowed, but he won't freeze solid. They all have resistances. If you do it too many times,
it. I don't know about that.
it's like built-in cheese protection. Also, you should never need to freeze the concierge. He's so fucking easy.
It's true. But if you're
yeah, if
freeze him
you're
if you got your freeze.
build and freeze.
Yeah,
That's true.
I'm gonna
Alright.
fucking freeze him, man.
What did I play this week? God of War, New Game Plus. We're playing that. Oh, I stream on Twitch full time. I forgot to say that. Please join me. TalkingReckless.com/live. We're playing God of War. I'm just calling it Ultra Hard because it's New Game Plus.
That's a creative name.
Also on the hardest difficulty. Thanks very much. I modeled it off Ultra Instinct, Dragon Ball Z thing.
Oh, I
It's
see.
Ultra Instinct.
Whoosh.
Yep.
Right over my head.
Cup of Shenron's coming this
Cup of
Christmas.
Shenron's.
I played Brutal Legend this week on Weird Game Wednesday. What a great game.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Holy
I
shit.
have not played that since it came out and have not thought about it, I think, since you streamed it.
I remember it's like a character action game, but also has like a really weird RTS part thrown in where you're like building resource gathering things and summoning units and commanding them to go over the battlefield. And I remember that RTS part being like offensively bad. Holy shit, do I remember hating that?
But barely even remember it.
It's most of the game. Like almost every encounter you do, you build a stage, and there are like these wells of fans coming out, and you have to build a thing over them.
When did this game come out?
2009, I think, or 8, or 9, somewhere in there.
That's recent enough that I
yeah.
should remember this game better than I do.
It's so good. Like it is Tim Schafer.
Yeah.
Who Double Fine is the thing their logo does.
It's a very good Jack Black.
It's got Jack Black. It's like it's a labor of love. That thing is just like every single thing is either hilarious or well put together, or sadly, it's the RTS part. But it is so much licensed. It is only licensed music. It is so many like rock stars lending their likeness. It is Jack Black being real weird. Kyle Gass has a great part in there. It is.
Isn't that the one where Ozzy's the devil?
He's not the devil. He's he upgrades your vehicle. What is he's the protector of metal possibly or something. Lemmy is the kill master. He's a bassist who heals people as bassists do. Lars Hetford is the name of the main character, which is really good. I think he's played by I don't know.
Jack Black not the main character?
Jack Black is the player. Yeah. Jack Black is the player character. Yeah. It's so good. It's so fucking good. I really can't recommend it enough. And if you hate the RTS stuff and stick to the main story, it's like 6 hours long, which is money in the bank.
Maybe that's what I did.
But still, it's all if you do it that way, it's all that RTS stuff. Tim Curry is the fucking villain. Oh, everyone go play Brutal Legend. It's so good.
I didn't like Jack Black when this game came out. So
Neither did I.
I totally avoided it.
I've really done a 180 on both
Me
Jack
too.
Black and this game.
Yeah.
Jack Black's pretty rad.
So good.
Yeah.
He's very rad, especially in this
Very
game.
funny.
That's weird because when this game came out was when he was doing like all his best stuff.
Is this like around the School of Rock time?
This would have been later. School of Rock was like early 2000s, I think.
I like School of Rock.
Yeah, so did I. I don't know, what was he doing around that time? It was more than just the Tenacious D stuff.
I mean, movies and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, every movie he's been in lately has been just total trash.
I thought he had a run there.
Tropic Thunder. No.
I mean,
it's pretty good.
Tropic Thunder's like
Jumanji.
also 10 years old.
but
Is it
yeah,
really
yeah.
now? Wow. Jumanji was
Probably right around this game
He was
came
the
out.
star of Jumanji.
I can't remember why I didn't like him back in the day, but he was a little.
You probably liked real music or something like
That's
that.
definitely not true.
No,
No,
Okay.
that was my music then. That's my music now.
Yeah.
It's gonna be weird in 20 years when people play this game, or maybe like 30 years or whatever. But whenever like what is now considered classic rock is just classical music is
Goo Goo
like.
Dolls?
Sorry.
Goo Goo Dolls? Would Goo Goo Dolls is classic rock?
It won't be. Classic rock is always going to stay the same time frame. You're not going to add rock to classic rock just because it's older. That's not what makes it classic rock.
So do we have to like come
Classic
up with
rock
new names?
is a very stylized
But, like,
sound.
what do you
from
call
the
the
70s.
rock?
That's probably true.
What do you call the rock between classic rock and now?
Prog rock.
Depends.
You fight all the different like subgenres of rock in this game. You fight fucking hair metal.
Yep.
Grunge.
Grunge.
I like hair metal.
Yeah.
My mom was a big hair metal fan.
Yeah. I like hair metal too. Actually,
Yeah.
there's a lot of good hair metal in this
Oh,
game.
Poison.
White Snake.
Yeah.
A
Motley Crue.
lot of crew and a lot of White Snake on this
Good.
soundtrack. It's such a good game. It's so fun. It is the most fun I've had. Just like I just laughed my ass off for 6 hours straight. It was great.
May we get a sequel, Matt?
I don't think so. So as we're playing through this game, they have so much licensed music. If you're doing a tally of, and licensed music is very expensive to license. That's why a lot like GTA pulls songs out of their radio playlists and whatnot. This game will disappear in. I'm surprised it's not gone already because that license can't be forever. And would be impossibly expensive to say remake or make another one because it is just like their soundtrack is like 6 albums. It is all licensed music. Plus the voices, plus...
What you could do it then, why can't you do it now?
I don't know how they did it then. I think Tim Schafer must have known a guy, and Jack Black probably just smoothed it all over somehow. I don't know.
So you got to get Jack Black and Tim Schafer.
I don't think it made any money. I don't think it could have made any money. I think it could have sold 1 billion copies, and not 1 billion, but like how much must that music have been? Plus, I'm sure getting like the cast of Metallica to do your voices is probably not cheap.
I mean,
Fair
nowadays it might be a little cheaper.
Yeah, 2009.
Got snubbed for the Super Bowl
I
game.
think
People are pissed.
Death Magnetic just came out or was just coming out. That's all I'm playing. We're playing DA Origins, Dragon Age Origins as well. Chipping away on that. That's it for me. Let's do a break.
Quick question before that.
Quick query. Quick answer.
This cup is classic rock
That okay? He's holding a McDonald's coffee cup.
stuff. You can't just put like older songs
Right.
as they get older. You can't just keep putting it in this
That's
classic
not
rock.
how that
That'll
works now.
spill.
Really?
It's like
No.
Huh.
you know how like hip hop it defines a sound.
Yeah,
It's a genre.
no
It's-
matter how old Nirvana gets, they will never be classic
Yes.
rock.
in
Really?
50 years,
surprising.
Uncharted will never be considered a racing game. You know, except maybe that part with the Jeep in 4 going through the muddy.
That's racing.
That might that might be a race, but let's go for a break. We'll come back here. We'll talk about the end of video games and the death of this industry and how we're all to blame. Mm-hmm. And we'll see
don't
you
look at
here
me.
other side of this musical break.
We carried that torch for a while. Don't buy used games.
Don't buy used games.
We've carried it for long enough.
Still don't buy used games.
Yeah, we're not buying used games.
No, I know. There are people who have to. I have to.
buying used games.
We might as well.
I mean,
might as
two-
well
two-
be
two of
buying
you are.
games. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not Saint Teresa, all right? I'm like a minor member of the church. I do minor goods for the industry.
I'm fucking Pope.
Exactly.
I've gotten in the habit of stretching out my buttocks during the break instead of just sitting.
Good. It's good for what ails you.
What ails me is my sore buttocks.
Your glutes. Oh, wake up, Oliver. You got Spider-Man to play.
Oh yeah.
Can't even fucking
Get like
bend
6
over.
more coffees in you before you go.
You can grab another one on the way home.
Yeah.
Do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not kidding. I just finished one out in my car before I came in, and I'm probably gonna get another one on the way home. Maybe crack open Tomb Raider.
Oh, you already got it. You want half money for that or what?
No, it's digital.
Ah, damn it.
Everything's digital. You used to be
I know.
something.
Then I got poor.
That's
Digital is never the way to go.
it's gonna be me one day.
Yeah, then I got poor.
Then I got my $10 a month of comic books though, and I'll stop playing video games.
Tell me about comic books.
Oh, what's to tell? I'm reading a lot of Black Panther right now.
You like it?
I do like it. I've liked most of what I've read. But now that I'm reading more modern stuff, and it's not like the progression towards modern stuff where everything seemed better than the last thing I read because it was newer and looked better, now it's like, oh, I'm reading all stuff from the same era. I can tell when I start reading something that I'm like, oh, I don't like this nearly as much as the last stuff I was reading. Inhumans is really good.
Yeah.
The 1998 Inhumans.
Is that the one where? Yeah, I think we talked about this. Where they're in their area and
Yeah,
the
and the
humans
militaries are like
that one's
coming
really
in. The lady gets her hair cut off so that it can like crawl around and do some stealthy stuff.
Yeah.
It's good. That's real good.
Did you ever watch the show? I heard the show was
I've
abysmal.
never watched the show and also heard the same.
I don't think it made it to the end of the first season.
No,
I
I
think it
don't
got
think it did.
canceled before
Yeah.
then.
The bastard Snow was in it.
Yeah.
Ramsey,
Yeah.
In what?
the Inhumans television show.
Oh, good. He was also in a show called Misfits about people getting powers, which was quite all right that first season.
He
Yeah, the
auditioned
first
to be
season
Jon
was
Snow.
alright.
He auditioned to be Jon Snow apparently.
Oh, good. Yeah, we probably. I wonder how those work. Like, you probably auditioned for like. I could be any of these characters. Here's my audition.
It's true.
What's his name? Khal Drogo also auditioned for Jon Snow.
It's over
Really?
peeing with the door open. I can. It's picking up on the mics. Which. Are you peeing with the door open?
Yep.
He must be. He must
Oh
be.
yeah, you can just hear it
Yeah.
all echoing
He
in.
must be. I never understood. What? Why? Even in my apartment, where if I left the door to my bathroom open, I could like see my computer screen from the shitter. I even got to close that door, and I'm all alone.
This is
No, I gotta pee. Hearing you pee made me have to pee.
It was
Closes
picking.
his
It was
door open,
picking
it
up
was
good
on
on the
the
mics. Yeah.
Your stream is on stream.
I'm getting burnt out of all the Batman reading, and I want to read some Marvel.
You should play some God of War.
Yeah.
Here, brother.
Might I recommend?
You're fucking here. It's good.
Yeah, read some Marvel.
I'm reading this dumb Batman fucking story where Commissioner Gordon becomes Batman for a bit.
Yeah.
This is dumb. What are they writing?
Happened.
Go read those the 4-issue series that's called like Marvels.
Huh?
Yeah, that was really neat.
It's time to watch anime. You want to start our own
You
spin-off
should.
anime
You know
podcast?
what? You're overdue for some Dragon Ball Z.
I've been listening to All Systems Goku.
Kai,
And that's all I can
I'm
really
special
handle
beam
of it.
cannoning you right now.
I want those shoes, fellas. I really want those shoes. 29th is when I have to make the call. It's going to be so expensive.
If
It comes over
somehow,
29th. He's like, they're going to be $200.
if somehow we ever end up with everyone in the, it'll never happen. But if we ever end with everyone in the studio with a pair on their feet, we have to like all put our feet on the table
Yeah.
for a good chunk of that
And
show.
then we can make it a wish.
Yeah. Only if I get my Shenrons.
Yeah. Fucking Kevin seems like a Majin Buu guy. He's going to wear those fucking gross ass pink fucking
Or
shoes.
the Cell ones.
I didn't think the Cell ones were too bad.
I didn't like.
I thought the Cell ones looked comfy.
Nah. I just bought new
I'm
shoes.
getting the Gokus or the Vegetas.
Are you?
But if I get the Vegetas, I gotta
I
wait 2
gotta
more
see
months.
these. I really
You should
don't
buy
even know what
you should buy the
guys are talking
Gokus
about.
and the Vegetas, and then wear one of each, and then your Gogito, and wear the other two, and then your
Go Geta?
or sorry, no Gogeta, and then
and Vegeto.
Vegito.
Yeah.
Wait,
Go.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vegito is one of
Vegito,
them.
right? Soft
Yeah.
G though, right? Not Vegito.
No,
I don't
Vegito and
Gogeta.
Gogeta.
Totally, yeah.
I don't think it's Jeet for both of them. I think it's like
Vegeta?
Go Geta or something, isn't it?
Gogeta.
Gogeta,
I don't
maybe.
know.
I don't know. I think
One
it's,
of them is not canon.
Gogeta
I think it's
and
Geo.
Vegeto.
I think it's
Vegito.
GOG.
One of them is not canon. Forget that one.
Are you
Is one of them not
leaving?
canon?
Yeah.
Are you leaving?
I don't know if I'm here next week.
I don't know if we're having a party at Kevin's next week.
Okay. The fusion,
Tell the girls.
the fusion dance version, it never really happened. It happened in GT, I think, but that's stricken from the
The
record.
dance never happened. Well, yeah. There's no way in canon you're convincing Vegeta to do that fucking dance.
Yeah, exactly.
That dance is not Mondo cool.
No, but the earrings one is canon.
Cool.
Yeah, King Supreme Kai gives him an earring.
Giant Bomb guys are going to do the
Super-
Majin Buu Sega.
Super.
Sega.
Good. I still got to watch the end of it. Or no, I'm where you are. Is our next? Are we due for more Super, or are we still waiting for a dub?
We for more. I think they've been dubbing them week by week. Like
Oh, we're waiting for like a season.
I guess so.
to finish or
I
something?
think I was just waiting for the next time I thought about it, and then
It's gonna be
Catch up.
soonish. I hope. I don't know. I'm ready for some
yeah,
more.
wanna jump back in.
Yeah. What's Hit up to?
That's true. That's a good
I forget
question.
who plays Hit, but it's
What was his
probably
shtick was
Matthew
like
Mercer.
he could go back in time like a fraction of a second, so it seemed like he was really fast.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
You could either go back or was pause. It was something with time. Yeah.
What are you seeing?
Which shoes am I looking at?
You're looking at the Adidas Dragon Ball Z shoes.
Oh, okay. There's
But
a lot of like Dragon Ball Z
Not the
shoes.
Gokus or the Vegetas or the Shenrons,
Yeah,
because
those
those
are
are all
ours.
spoken for.
Yeah. You can have the fucking Majin Buus.
You
Or the-
guys,
or
you
the
guys know that
Friezas.
if you buy these shoes, you're not allowed to wear them, right?
Freeze us. Only here in the studio, and only if we all have our feet up on the desk.
The freezes are okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just
They're
saying
the-
it's an option.
I think
Or
the freezes are the
are
exact
there
same
trunks?
as the Gokus.
Are there
but
trunkses?
there's
There's
always
trunks,
spot.
yeah.
Yeah, you could
Trunks
probably get
is
a
neat.
trunks.
These all like, as far as like special edition and like fucking loud shoes go, these all look okay.
Loud shoes.
They're loud shoes.
Yo,
Mine are
these-
going to be the loudest because I think I'm going to get the Gokus and they're orange. They have the fucking his training symbol on the back,
Good.
right on the heel.
King Kai's symbol.
I think so. I imagine it would be King Kai's.
Yeah, those are cool.
I
We're all getting them.
am
Which
going to
ones
try
are-
to remember to call those shoes loud when they show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, those shoes is loud as shit.
I'll come fucking just jumping on the fucking
What? I can't hear you.
over your shoes.
Majin Buu.
Majin Buu ones. No one should get
Not
those.
Super Boo. I hope they do a Super
Those are
Boo cut
totally
later.
alright.
Do like a slimmer
I
Super
totally
Boo cut.
thought that these were like those Converse with like the
Oh, just like
Pictures
characters
of
on the
them?
side.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
don't no.
The Funko Pops of shoes.
No, these are the kind of shoes where like if you just looked at them, you wouldn't know they were DragonAll Z shoes.
yeah, they
You
just
gotta
have cool
know
like
they're
theme
Dragon Ball Z.
colors.
Hi,
Okay,
Matthew.
So which ones are spoken for?
I think I'm gonna get the Gokus, the orange ones.
The Sun Gokus?
No, that's wait, Son Goku. Yeah,
Yeah.
There's also Son Gohan. Yeah, those ones.
That's just an honorific in Japanese.
That's right.
Son Goku.
I heard Son.
Oh,
and thought
shit.
Gohan.
And I'm the Shenrons.
Are you getting the Majin Buus?
You cannot have the Shenrons.
Get the Majin Buus, Kevin.
I don't know what the Shenron is. I haven't
It's a
seen it yet.
dragon one.
Matthew, what's going on with your Corsair H100i? I have the same
Which one did you say?
system.
You should get the Majin Buu with the pink ones with the fucking. They're fucking obnoxious.
Oh, you're
yeah.
waiting for it to arrive.
It does.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear your cooler went. That sucks.
And you're getting the Shenron, this green one?
Yeah. I mean, if I become a millionaire, those
Are these expensive? I imagine they're expensive.
Yeah, they're gonna be probably like a couple $100.
like
I don't
couple
know,
hundred
man.
American, right?
I'm thinking about the Sun Gohans.
That was
Let's see
pretty cool.
the Sun Gohans. Oh, those are pretty cool.
Those are pretty
Yeah.
pimp.
Yeah, those ain't bad. Those are loud.
Those
Some
are
loud
fucking
shoes.
loud.
Did you know at the end of Dragon Ball Z, Gohan was the strongest fighter
I knew that.
Didn't know
in the
that.
world?
What is the end of Dragon Ball
sorry,
Z? Is that
the strongest
Cell?
unfused fighter?
What is the end of Dragon Ball
No,
Z?
Majin Buu.
Oh yeah.
Gohan was my least favorite.
Is
of-
that
He got real dope in the Cell
Saiyans.
saga.
is that because Goku and Vegeta fuse when they're inside Buu?
When they fuse, when they're outside of Buu, they are the strongest.
and then they are disqualified because they are no longer the strongest unfused.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
Heck, Goten
That sort
doesn't
of
get
makes
any
sense.
love.
Because he's
punk-ass
Go tanks 99% of the time.
That's
Because
not
he's
true, is it?
useless as Goten.
This is dope. Like these Majin Buus, like the symbol on the back.
Oh, so
It's
you
fucking
you're
awesome.
getting
Just
the
the
Majin
M?
Buus?
Yeah.
Well, you're getting you're in
Because
the
I've
booze
always,
then. There
I've
we go.
always loved when I don't know what the fuck really happened because I always just watched like the Japanese version. But when I think Vegeta gets possessed by the Majin.
You got to give yourself over to the evil.
He
Yeah.
asks for it, yeah.
Yeah, it's the only way to get strong enough to
Is
be
this
Goku.
something you got to order online, or is there like a store?
We probably have to pre-order
I really like that
when
symbol
they
on the
come
back
out.
I think
those.
those first two, the ones that are supposed to launch at the end of September, are on the Adidas site now.
Yeah.
And the upcoming.
I'm not buying.
Boys, I
these
can't.
shoes,
I
you
can't
guys.
do it. No, like kayfabe off to the side.
Yeah.
I can't. I bought a dice box, but the dice box was my shoes. The dice box was my shoes. I made
Well,
my dumbass
We all
purchase.
make mistakes.
It's out of my system.
The
No,
day-
I'm good. I'm good for like a year.
The dice box is sweet though,
You want to buy a dice box?
and the Cell
Wanna
ones look
trade
actually
a
really
dice
cool
box for some
too.
shoes?
Yes, yes. If anyone wants to trade a Worm Life Black Walnut dice box for a set of size 10 Shenrons,
Hit me up.
fucking podcast at talkingreckless.com. Let's go. I would
Shenrons
totally
are
do
nice.
that. I would totally do
I
that.
think I'm getting the Shenrons and the Piccolos mixed up. Are there Piccolos?
No,
Okay, I
I
might
think
have
there's only.
just-
I don't even think there's a
the
Piccolo
cells are
theme
very
one.
similar. The Shenrons
Oh,
and the
maybe
cells
the
are both
cells.
green.
Yeah, which one's the cell? I think maybe I was thinking.
The
When I
cells
No,
the
first saw
they're
the
quite
cell one-
The
different.
cell is like the weird point.
No, I think that wasn't. I think what I was getting mixed up was. Oh yeah,
That's the cell, right?
yeah.
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 I think what I was getting mixed up was I saw the cells and thought they were Piccolos just at a glance,
Just the
like
green,
being like, oh,
yeah.
those are the green ones.
And then the
It's
Shenrons
a
are.
damn shame there's no Piccolo.
Did you get the Shenrons or the
different.
Ultimate Shenrons?
Oh shit, are those different? Are there two
yeah,
shoes?
they're the same style, different color.
Yeah, the ultimate is like a
it gray?
gray
Yeah, it's more
and
gray.
white kind of thing.
I do like Ultimate Shenron.
That's where they get you.
Yeah, I know. Does it have an ultimate? It's probably like $100 extra ultimate.
They could be like Ultimate Gokus and they could be flip flops, and I'd be like, oh,
I
those
do
are better
like
than the
Ultimate
basic Gokus. Fucking say.
Get some Kaioken red ones.
Like they're sticking to Z. I don't want no Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan shoes.
Yeah,
That's next year.
they just be blue. It's just called Super Saiyan Blue.
Super Saiyan Blue would be great.
Vegeta in the show
Or
even
Super
says,
Saiyan 4.
"We call it Super Saiyan Blue for short." Or someone says that, I
Super
think,
Saiyan, yeah.
after being like,
Stupid.
"He's Super Saiyan God, and
find the
then
Ultimate
Super
Shenron?
Saiyan."
Did I find one?
Did you find the Ultimate Shenron?
When a Super Saiyan God goes Super
No.
Saiyan. What? But he's not.
No, I
so
don't care.
A Super Saiyan God isn't Super Saiyan by nature. It's just he is a Super Saiyan God. That's what he is. It doesn't mean he's Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan Gods can still go Super Saiyan.
Sure.
Doesn't
he
make any
does.
fucking sense.
What's not to make sense? He started at power level 5.
Super Saiyan God becomes the race at one point, and then you can go Super Saiyan as a Super Saiyan God.
Exactly, yeah. They're like, "Oh, you're a Super Saiyan God." And he's like, "Well, yes, I am."
Watch me power up.
Watch me
Now
go
a
Super Saiyan.
God is Super
It's
Saiyan.
a Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan!
So this is like how you can be a Jew but not be a Jew.
Yes, exactly.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
That's right.
Super Jew, super.
And what is what are the 7 Dragon Balls if not the 5 points of the menorah?
Yes.
Or are there however many points?
Probably-
I pulled it out of my
I
ass.
think
and-
there's 9. I want to say 9.
whatever.
Or 4 on each side and then the one in the middle.
Candles,
I should have
yeah.
just said 7. I
One of
should.
them's candles, one of them's a star.
Who's gonna call me out?
Did you find the Shenron?
All our
No.
Jewish
No,
listeners.
What is that?
I can. I bet we have at least some Jewish
Ultimate
listeners.
Shenron? Maybe
Yeah,
it's super-
probably.
super-
One or two.
super
It's a
Shenron.
big enough sample size, and I'm sure we have a few.
Yeah.
Super
Start asking every
Shenron.
beginning of every episode. Is anybody here
this.
Jewish? Just
Informal.
looking for it.
Actually, formal census. Is anyone here?
So those are your Shenrons.
Yeah. What are the ultimates? We're gonna start doing this
Ultimate
podcast.
Shenmues.
Oh no, give me the regulars.
The regular
Yeah, give me the
Shenmues.
regulars for sure. Yeah, those shoes, those ultimates aren't loud.
I'll put your order.
Yeah, these.
Thanks.
I like the Vegetas because they look so much like the Saiyan armor.
Like Vegeta.
Yeah.
If
like
he were
they
a
look-
shoe.
If he was a shoe, it would look like him.
Did you guys hear about the new Space Jam?
I did.
LeBron?
I saw the teaser picture.
Yeah.
If there's been,
It's not Michael Jordan.
No, it's
No.
not.
Why would it
it's
be Michael
LeBron.
Jordan?
I don't, because he's the Space Jammer.
It's been 30 years since the first Space
Yeah,
Jam.
but he's still the shepherd. He's still the Space Jammer.
I
No.
wonder if he'll be in it.
He'll probably
I
have a
hope he
cameo.
is. I really hope he is. I hope LeBron has to go get tips on how to Space Jam.
Yeah, I hope LeBron literally just fails in the basketball game and Michael Jordan has to come in and fucking clean up.
I don't like Space Jam for the basketball.
Well, no.
I mean,
They don't even
Or
enforce
the-
the rules.
no. All right, you ready to do this? We're all good. Everyone's looked at their shoes.
Lola Bunny used to give me an absolute raging boner.
Yeah, used to.
She's very sexy.
A Lola Bunny costume still fucking...
Is we're very horny. Is Jessica Rabbit? Is she
Jessica Rabbit is a human being.
Yeah.
right? But is she like the Looney Tunes brand?
She's not a
she,
human
No.
being.
No,
she's a
she's
tune.
Well, yes, she's a human too.
She's not. She's not that.
She's not. No.
No, she's.
No,
None of
that's
those
Roger Rabbit.
Warner
those
Brothers, right?
characters
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
Well, and those characters aren't they don't. There's no crossover there.
Oh, okay.
The Who
But yes.
Framed Roger Rabbit tunes
Yeah.
are only in Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
I should probably watch that. We've talked about that enough over the last few weeks. I should probably.
Have you never seen it?
When I was like too young to A, remember,
get
and
it?
B, know what the fuck
It's
was happening.
fucking good.
I've
It
heard
is
Fucking
good.
holds up.
I've
It's
heard as
really
an
good.
adult it's
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
else. Yeah, maybe we'll get around to that this week.
Should that and I want to watch 89 Batman again.
You all seen The Hateful Eight? Speaking of things we've been watching,
I have not seen
Yeah.
it.
I have not seen
Oh,
it.
it is.
No.
It's on.
It's a
It's on
Tarantino
Net-
movie, right? Yeah.
Samuel Jackson.
We should have a movie night
Jeff
one day.
Bridges.
Yeah, we should just
Fucking
watch
watch
the movies.
Watch some movies.
No Jeff
That's in
Bridges.
40s.
No Jeff Bridges. That's
Who's in it?
True Grit. I only recognize
Oh,
Samuel
okay, yeah.
Jackson. The
What's his? Christoph Waltz is in it.
Is that his name? The man from Django Unchained.
Yes. Yeah.
That is
Leonardo DiCaprio.
not the German from Inglourious Bastards.
It is.
Are you okay? Are you sure?
Yes.
Because I think that every time, and someone tells me I'm stupid.
No way. That's
Okay.
exactly the same person.
Yeah, he is outstanding in that movie. In Hateful Eight is so fucking good.
Yeah.
And it feels weird to talk about. It's set in a time when slavery was very prominent, and there's a lot of slurs in it. That said, it is truly excellent and hilarious. And I told Warren, talking Reckless's own Warren Barris, to watch it one night because him and I. So he told me to watch Solo forever, and
Did you watch Solo?
I have, yes.
Okay.
And I finally
You
said,
know the thing.
I know the thing. And at first I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And then I'm like, wait, the timeline does. None of it makes sense.
This still makes sense.
A little
Can we
bit,
talk about-
if you know the
can we talk
cartoons.
about Solo on the street?
We can probably talk about Solo now, Brian. I don't know. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it, but I got the thing spoiled.
Yeah.
Can you tell me?
Should
Well,
we
I
say
don't know.
it?
I
It
think
wasn't
it's-
that big of a deal.
I think it's a big deal.
It's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal.
The reason it's not a big deal is because they're not going to make a second Solo movie because
No.
that movie did really bad.
Yeah, but you could carry him through a
Why did
different
it?
movie.
I liked it more than Rogue One. I liked it a lot more than Rogue
Oh,
One.
I fucking love Rogue One. Might be my favorite Star Wars movie.
Rogue One is top 3 for me for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought
Rogue
it was
One.
very good.
I think it's Rogue One.
That was my head
It's
exploding.
episode 5, and it is maybe episode 8.
I
The most
love
recent
episode
one,
8.
Yeah.
Episode 8's really
Yeah,
good.
5, 7, and Rogue One. I don't know
Yeah.
what the order is, but those are my top 3.
Yeah, that's good.
Maybe we shouldn't say it then. I don't know.
I think it's new enough. That
Yeah,
movie came out
yeah,
this year,
okay,
and that is
alright.
the
It's not even on Netflix yet.
some
so.
would say the only
It's true.
reason to go see that movie.
I thought it was fine.
I thought it was good too.
I thought it was fine.
Yeah,
Totally
I went
fine.
in with very low expectations
So did
because
I.
of what everyone was saying.
Super low.
And then I was like, oh, this is fine.
I did the thing where I kept looking for it. I'm like, is this the thing? Is this the thing that Warren is like? Oh, there's a thing in it. I'm like, is that it?
I feel like the timeline makes sense.
No,
I'll talk to you after.
it doesn't. Okay.
It checks. I think it checks out.
I looked it up. I had to look it up because I was like, wait, you're probably making the same mistake I did.
Maybe.
Anakin has not been born yet. Or sorry, Luke has not been born yet. Anakin is an old man. Anakin is older than Han Solo, is the hard part to remember.
Yes.
Anakin is older than Han Solo. So at the time that thing happens, as far as you know in the
Yeah.
story, it should not be We'll talk.
Okay. I need some time to let the numbers fall into
Aren't
place.
Luke and Han are the same age though?
No, Luke is not even born yet. Han is a young man, a young roguish type. Luke is a very young kid, I guess.
Yeah.
Luke would have been born very recently, but Anakin and Han are basically the same age.
I guess, yeah. Episode 4, Luke was supposed to be a teenager, so that makes sense.
Yeah. I did the same thing where I'm like, oh no, he's just a kid. Anakin's just a wee. Oh, nope. We'll talk. Okay. Video games are over. I'm sorry to say, this is the end of video games. We had a great run.
No one to blame but ourselves.
No, well, I bought all the Telltale games.
I spent a lot of money
except
on
for that Minecraft one.
I will say that I didn't hear very much of this kind of news until after we started sharing bot games.
Yeah, that's Telltale Studios. The news broke late on Friday. We are recording here on Sunday, so we don't have a ton of clarity. Things are trickling out from staff. We haven't had really official word yet, so this could all change as of the time this podcast comes out, which is Monday morning. Maybe we are totally wrong. As of right now, Telltale Studios in its entirety is shutting down. They have laid off over 250 people. They're keeping on a skeleton crew of 25 to, quote, fulfill the company's obligation to the board and partners, which apparently means finish Minecraft story mode, which is a thing.
I was going to say, they're not filling their obligations to us.
They're not. Wolf Among Us 2, canceled. Stranger Things, canceled. Anything else they tentatively talked about, canceled. Walking Dead final season. Episode 1 is out right now. Episode 2 is supposed to launch, I believe,
this week.
Friday of this week. Canceled. Will not be finished. We will get episode 2 on, I think it is Friday this week. And then that's it.
I don't want to play episode 2.
Nope. Neither do I, to be honest.
Maybe just for the historical significance.
Yeah, as
of it
a
all.
weird so this is where they're leaving it.
This is what happened. This was the last thing they did.
Yeah,
except Minecraft.
This news came apparently out of nowhere. I mean, someone obviously knew about it. The staff who got laid off sure didn't. So don't expect episode 2 to be like, oh, they wrapped it up. They just like, oh, whoa, we just got to move episode 5 up to episode 2. We're done.
Do you think they'll patch something in to just be like?
No.
It won't be a patch, but the only thing that I could think that they would do is add like a scrolling text thing at the end of the game.
Like when you go to that, like the menu where it says download episode, do you think those are just going to say coming soon for the rest of time?
I think
maybe.
Or do you think they're just going to be like?
I think it will.
Just be a picture of a middle finger.
Not coming.
Yeah.
Anymore.
Like, do you spend the money to pay when you're laying off everyone to pay someone to go in there and wrap up all those loose ends, or you just? Well, we're out of money, so...
Well, it was funny. Somebody on the Discord...
Couldn't do it this one.
Somebody on the Discord mentioned that after all this news broke, I think it was still on Saturday, you could still buy Wolf Among Us Season 2 pre-sale. And it was 50% off.
Oh, well, that was nice of them.
Yeah.
Jesus.
They're like, please still buy our game, even though we've already announced that it's not coming out. But if you're stupid enough to not know that, we're not going to give you your money back.
Yeah. So nobody knows. Okay, let's do the selfish side first. Here's us being selfish as gamers. We're not getting the other episodes. Are we gonna get a refund? Fuck no.
No.
Absolutely not.
No,
I think they'll do some make good of like, oh, here's anything you want from. Here's oh no, they already gave away Back to the Future once. Why did they do that? Something was really shitty, and they gave away Back to the Future. It'll be another one of those, but I think they'll be like, here, anything you want from the Telltale catalog, help yourself.
Maybe Microsoft could step up and be like, you can have some money towards anything.
So a lot of people...
Like that would
no,
happen.
I don't think they'd do that either.
A lot of people in... we were just kind of shooting the shit about this in our Discord. A lot of people were like, oh, I bet Microsoft or Sony is going to step in and cover the refunds. Like, what?
Yeah, they're
Why
not
would
obligated to.
No. Of course they won't. They don't give two fucks. Like, anyone who bought it, there's a very, very, very good chance that myself included, that money is gone to the wind. That sucks. That really sucks. Where I wonder if that will... I mean, I think the well has kind of already started to be poisoned on these kind of episodic games where you can put them out in a very fast clip if you're only releasing an hour-and-a-half episode every month. And maybe the quality on some of these games is a little less because we have 26 million products going right now. To the point where now you are paying for these things. So I don't think you could buy this season of Walking Dead episode by episode. I looked for it because I don't know, I'm an idiot. Because it wasn't cheaper. That's why. It was $25 and I'm like, oh, that's fucked. I'm just gonna buy this. Why would I pay it all up front? Don't pre-order games. And I don't think you have the option to. But I will probably wait for episodic games to come out now, maybe.
I'm going to buy that Life is Strange season pass the second I see it.
That's the one I'm thinking about.
That one might be different, though, because, I mean, Square is a bit bigger of a company than Telltale was.
Sure. I mean, who else made the...
Published by Square does not mean they won't close the doors on Don't Nod.
Who else makes these games other than that one by...
You see more and more.
Life is Strange.
Life is Strange.
And then Hitman, I guess, which was a whole different thing. There
are a lot that we don't hit. There's one which is pretty well received on Steam called The Council right now. They've had a monopoly. Not monopoly's not the right word for it, but they have primarily been the one doing these games.
I think it's more that that's all they've done than they were doing all of them, I guess.
It's probably both. That is all they've done, and they were doing all of them.
Yes.
I mean, unless you were really looking into things, like, this was a huge surprise, because Telltale seemed like they had their shit all in order and had a lot of plans for the future.
There are stories coming out about people who have moved themselves and their families from other countries to work at Telltale within a week of Telltale getting shut down. It sounds like probably the person who flipped the switch that turned Telltale to off knew. And it seems like for everybody else, it was the story you hear in game dev time and time again. Even one that, like, Oliver and I lived, it wasn't nearly as severe as this. It wasn't us on the street not being able to feed our families. But it's the same thing. Like, they truly, it is a godless industry. If you're thinking about getting into game dev, the company doesn't give two shits about you. It truly doesn't. They truly don't.
There was a nice tweet from Ubisoft that invited anybody who lost their jobs.
Sure.
Yeah, that was kind of nice.
Ubisoft shuts down studios all the time also.
A lot of the problem too is these guys were located in San Francisco, right?
Yeah. I don't know if I can't verify that.
I remember everyone in Discord was talking about, and I was reading a bunch of the tweets about how the Bay Area, which I believe is San Francisco.
Yeah.
San Francisco is the highest cost of living in the entire United States.
Yep.
So, I mean, it sucks that you lost your job, absolutely. But there's a reason why you're going to be homeless after that is because you're living in San Francisco. Mm-hmm. Like, if you're in Edmonton and you're working for a game dev in Edmonton and you get laid off, you're probably going to be fine.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to be kicked out of your house immediately.
Yeah, but the cost of living is one thing. I mean, losing your job with no warning is never anyone's fault except the employers. It is zero of these to say that, oh, you took a job in San Francisco, you should expect this is crazy.
No, you shouldn't expect to lose your job, but you should know that living in San Francisco is unbelievably expensive, and you need to prepare for things.
It's true,
like
and
that.
hopefully, if you've been in game dev for any amount of time, you know this is how it goes. Hopefully, you have built in some way to protect yourself. There are people that's not an option for.
Yeah, no, that's totally true.
Super fucking sucks.
I'll probably get laid off.
Yeah, I did. Mm-hmm. This is the last job I had. I got laid off.
Haven't got one since. You're probably going to get laid off.
Yeah,
it's like dying.
We had a round of layoffs at our work back in 2015, and it was the big joke. It was like, fingers crossed, like, please lay me off because I want the severance.
Yeah. So these fine Telltale employees, no severance.
Yeah, that sucks.
Like, their healthcare is up in a week. It completely thrown to the wolves, it sounds like, which is a huge bummer. Speaking of huge bummers, Capcom Vancouver also closed their doors this week. Those are the makers of Dead Rising.
Speaking of another place with unbelievably high cost of living.
Yes, actually on an American podcast, I heard them discussing this, and they claimed that Vancouver was the highest cost of living anywhere in North America, apparently.
That is probably true.
Mm-hmm. Which I would absolutely believe.
And probably San Francisco is a close second. Yeah. So maybe game studios don't open your doors in cities like that.
Everybody come live in Edmonton, or where's the new Winnipeg, right?
Winnipeg, yeah.
Probably paying you out the ass to move to Winnipeg.
Yeah, there you go.
Game studio just opened in Edmonton.
Did it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a... Fuck, who was it?
Right?
I can't remember. Yeah.
It
just hit me with a lightning bolt.
Even like a week or two ago.
Yeah, I think it was within the week, yeah.
Huh.
There might be
like a Like a name you would recognize, or like I'm a man making a Slender Man game.
I think
in
it
my
was.
basement.
I think it was one of the people who did it is a name you recognize, but the game company itself isn't a name you recognize.
It's just like one of the guys from BioWare who made Beamdog is now making
probably
another
like
game
that.
to remaster Baldur's Gate a third time.
If we're lucky.
Might be a lot of people that move into Winnipeg from San Francisco.
Yeah.
At this time of year, they're gonna fucking hate it.
There's a
Going into the winter.
Yeah, I mean, we just got a fucking tornado in Ottawa this weekend. Also,
Yeah?
so look out for that. Yeah,
Holy
Yeah.
shit!
they're like 5 injured, like a real ass tear houses down tornado.
Wild.
Yeah, apparently large sections of Ottawa were without power for days.
Improbable is the name of the studio. It is a UK video game company opening a Canadian office in Edmonton.
What have they made? What would we?
It was
Anything
founded in
we'd recognize them by?
2012
Okay,
by
that's-
Cambridge graduates.
Oh.
Employs around 300 people to develop virtual and simulation technology for video game makers.
Okay,
That's different.
tech company. Yeah.
That's all I have to say on that right now.
You want to hear the 150 people lost their jobs?
I don't want you to name them all.
Fate of Dead Rising, currently unknown.
I mean,
I don't know.
Dead Rising wasn't. That game was trash. I'm gonna just come out and say it. That game was trash.
Never played them.
I
Yeah,
played the
fuck you
first
guys.
one and it was bad.
They
I hope you're listening.
okay. You remember those
I
little?
hope you managed to scrounge up a pair of headphones and hear our fucking takes on your game.
Remember those little NESs and then those little SNESs?
Yeah.
Now they got a little PSO.
PSO.
Little PSO.
Wow.
Which it's
A
not.
PS1 or a Phantasy Star Online?
Oh, well played. PS1.
Okay.
I'm actually sort of surprised you knew PSO stood for Fantasy Star Online.
Look at this guy.
Wow.
Fucking.
Wow.
Look at this guy.
Ignorant.
Fucking
Look at this guy.
Fucking
playing
come
old
on, Matt.
online Japanese PS2 games, huh?
Look at my jam.
It has 20 games. Games like Final Fantasy VII, Jumping
Yay.
Flash. I don't know. What's Jumping Flash?
So
Who
you're
knows?
Like a metal rabbit.
Okay. Ridge Racer Type 4. Tekken 3. Hell of a video game. I played that on the PS1. And Wild Arms. I
Arms
also
is
don't know
good.
what that is. What's Wild Arms?
Wild Arms is really good. It's a JRPG.
Okay. Say no more. It's $9.99 USD, so probably like, I don't know, what's that, 130 here in Canada.
130.
Probably 850 if you're in Australia. It has no AC adapter. I guess that was a big sticking point with the first one. You have to use USB power, which
Oh,
is sort of stupid.
that's weird.
But I mean, you can. What's a USB power adapter cost? $4.
Yeah, I have
You-
like
you
18
have
of them
them.
yeah,
laying
you
around
have
my
them laying
house.
around.
You could
Yeah.
you could figure that out.
Doesn't
if you
it
had
come
to.
with one?
No.
It comes with a USB adapter, but you can't plug that into a wall. So if you want to put it in your entertainment system, you have to plug it into your Xbox, turn your Xbox on, turn the PS1 on.
That's crazy that
Really?
a USB can supply that kind of power.
Because with
It
the
doesn't come with a thing that plugs into the wall that you
No.
plug a USB cord into.
Nope.
With
that
the-
seems rude.
No AC adapter.
with the NES Mini. I was talking to Bryce and Colin about this, so they may have been lying to me to my face, and I totally bought it. But they said you can just plug that thing directly with the USB cord into your TV, and it'll power it off the TV.
I heard that conversation as well.
I guess
fuck.
if you have a Magic TV. Well, yeah, if you have USB ports on your TV, I guess.
I should get a
Yeah.
Magic TV.
I don't have USB ports on my TV.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't. I haven't bought a TV in the last
Yeah,
10
yes.
years or whatever.
Yeah,
But yeah,
don't think we
I
do.
can plug
You don't have
No.
USB ports on your
I can
TV,
plug it
don't
straight into my TV, and it'll power it off that.
Not to derail, but I am making my last payment on my laptop
Oh,
this upcoming month,
time to get a new purchase on credit.
which means we're getting real close to TV time.
Oh, fuck.
I got so excited.
HDR.
It's gonna be HDR. It's gonna be an OLED.
Is it gonna be that? Is it gonna be the OLED?
It's gonna be the OLED.
Fuck.
Also, we need a new place to put it because it literally probably won't fit through our front door.
Just move out of that shit. Your lease
We're
is
gonna
almost up, right?
We're gonna fucking have to hoist it up onto the patio.
What else do I got here? Let's talk about some Tomb Raider, shall
Well,
we?
wait, tiny PlayStation. That's
Okay.
kind of cool. I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
Like PlayStation was the system that I'm that I remember.
The only way I buy this is if it has a real CD drive in it, and if it has Monster Rancher, that game where you had to put the CDs in to unlock the different monsters.
It is. I feel like it is smaller than a CD.
It is.
Well,
So
It
Shit,
is.
it's already coming out with 2 controllers, so that's better than anything that's come out so far.
sorry if you said this. No analog on the controllers.
Yeah, no, analog.
PS1 didn't have...
Yes, it
eventually
did.
they
Yeah,
did,
it did.
but these ones do not.
Yeah,
So
don't.
the games
These
that
ones
you
do
are
not.
playing cannot be the games that came out after the analog controller.
Sorry, which one's analog? Is that the sticky thing or the
It's
arrowy thingy?
Sticky thing. it's a sticky one. Yeah.
The look on Eads' face when
Yeah.
I said that was just
You're thinking of a compass.
priceless.
Did all...
The sweeping hands.
Were there
on a watch.
were there some PS1 games that would only work with the analog controllers? They must have all
Ape
worked with the
Escape.
D-pad, no?
You
Yeah, Ape
need-
Escape, I think, is the line.
You had to have a
I think so.
an analog
I don't
stick.
know.
Weird, because
People, I only know that because people are talking about that on the internet.
You're getting a
Where it's
weird-
Yeah, that's where I heard
Ape
it
Escape
too.
should be on this, but you can't play Ape Escape with arrows, with arrowy things.
arrowy things, whatever they call
You
that.
need a sticky.
I remember having to press that button. I remember pressing it a lot and not knowing what the fuck it did. The analog, because you had to press a button to turn on the analog stick, so it would light a little light
Yeah,
up.
it did.
Yeah, in the
I
middle
remember
of
that.
Yeah.
You have to do that on PS2 as well, I think.
I don't even want to play Metal Gear Solid.
On PS2, I don't. I think they were.
think
With
there
I think it was
was,
pretty
uh,
integrated in PS2.
I think it's preferable with arrowy things.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I must. I would have played it on the analog stick. I think.
Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd
I
have
played
to.
it on my PS3.
I'd have to play it.
I'm
and,
sure I
like,
would have defaulted to the analog stick.
Probably.
If it let you, it might not let you.
Maybe, yeah.
We're good. Everyone's good on PSO Mini.
Yeah.
Tomb Raider, Shadow of, so there's a day one patch which removes a post credit. There's a post credit scene in the original cut of the game. Yep, there's a day one patch that takes it out, which is very, very strange. As though they like maybe put the game out and they were like, oh no, we don't want to do that anymore. The next game won't be about this, or I don't know what. I have no idea what. I looked up what the scene is.
Crazy.
It is completely detached from the game. It is 100% like, here's the next game. Do you want to hear it? I mean,
just-
it's
It
on
no
the-
longer
it's-
exists?
You wrote it on the page.
I just read the thing that
Yeah.
you wrote on the page, and I'm like, huh,
Yeah.
that would be super interesting because I remember that character.
It could be a thing. It's a Tomb Raider, a villain from the original Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Who is not in this game. It basically is mentioned at the end after the credits, and they patched that
I
out.
would have marked the fuck out
Yeah.
if I would have seen that.
So was this supposed to just be like a buttoning up moment where they're like, and now you're at the old games?
Maybe.
My hands are in the air because I don't know. I have no idea. It's a crazy thing. So it led to people
that'd
like
be-
discussing the game and the ending and stuff. And then one dude is like, how come none of you were talking about this fucking like letter scene after the credits? And it was like, this guy's trolling. Like just gave it to him. And eventually
Yeah.
Square came out and was like, no, that's on us.
Yeah. Whoops.
Whoops. It's the character Natla from the original Tomb Raider. Natla. I've never played it. I don't know how it's pronounced.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
I- I read her Wikipedia page, and she is like a timeless alien who has been trapped in a sarcophagus and wakes up, and it's holy fuck.
That's
This
the
is-
circle
seems-
closing, just
so
like in Metal Gear 5.
so stupid. Even for me, it was. How do you not like anime after reading that fucking
I
shit
don't
about
know.
Natla? It's like, I think I saw this in Full Metal. Actually, this is basically right out of that.
No.
And the last story I have is about Red Dead.
Yes.
I got 2 stories. One, I saw a tweet: the horse testicles will shrink and expand based on the weather your horse is in.
As they do.
Fucking A.
So unbelievably stupid.
No
How
way.
do people
to-
think
Oh.
this is cool?
Oh, realist. The man wants unrealistic testicles.
How does
in
this
his
man
games.
not
I'm-
like anime?
Wow.
I am going to be
Wow.
adjusting the temperature in my apartment so that my testicles do
Oh,
as my
not
horses.
in real. Oh, I see. I'm
that
gonna test
immersion.
that. I'm gonna myth bust that when it comes out.
They're gonna fucking shrink right up, and I'm gonna be like, "You're telling me?"
No. It's gonna have Red Dead Online. They announced a evolution of the classic multiplayer experience in the original Red Dead Redemption. I just copy pasted. I don't know what the original experience in Red Dead Redemption is.
You kind of.
I remember Max talking about it.
Not Revolver, Redemption.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I have it backwards. Sorry,
Okay,
I
go
was
ahead.
I was thinking Revolver. I'm like, I've never played Revolver. That's the early game, right? Yes, I did play that. You posse up, and
Yeah.
it's like an open world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which seems cool. Just like GTA Online is going to come out after the fact. They're going to Red Dead 2 comes out October 26th. They're going to put it into beta in November, and we don't know if this game's coming to PC still, which puts me, the man who wants to play it on PC, in a weird spot of, do I just get it in October? Or do I wait a few months and maybe like GTA Online it
I think
shows
you
up?
have to wait a few months to hit that fucking moving target anyway.
Well, yeah, but
That's true.
I'm
The
just
fact that they haven't talked about it at all is kind of weird.
it's almost the exact same thing with GTA 5.
They
Almost the exact same story of just like, what's up with this thing? Oh, weird, it's not in launch, huh? Oh, now it's out. Oh, now it made $1 billion. And is still very, very prominent.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to some emails.
Ba-ba-ba.
Podcast at talkingreckless.com is the email address, or you can drop these on our subreddit, r/talkingreckless. I've pulled 2. The first one comes from Devin. I'm going to read it. He says, the only modern console I've got is the Switch, and I love it despite the lack of games. I barely need to ask this because I think I'm going to get the PS4, but I want to give the Xbox One some proper considering. Which would you buy if you could only get one console and you assume you already have the Switch?
Okay, right now.
PS4, Xbox One, let's do it.
He's
What do you
going out
think?
to buy this tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
I think you would get a PlayStation for all reasons, unless your reason is I want the most powerful console on the market right now.
I agree. Yep. All the games are on PlayStation. I trimmed some of this, but he asks, like, is there anything coming out for Xbox?
Nothing as good
exclusive-wise?
as the PlayStation exclusives.
Yeah, nope. Not for a few years, at least.
I had to bring my PlayStation out to the living room so that my roommate could play all the dope games.
Become the
'cause there
family
are
console.
Yes. There's not as many dope games on the Xbox.
Yeah.
PlayStation has Spider-Man.
Yep,
End of
that's
story.
right.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, God of War, Ghosts of Tsushima for next year, Death Stranding for 26 years from now,
Last of Us when that comes
Last
out.
of Us. Like, the exclusives for PlayStation are... I still think the strongest that any exclusive lineup has ever looked.
Yes.
Ever.
They are ahead by a bigger margin than ever.
Yep.
I would say.
And it'll be at least a couple years until Xbox. They probably are working on things right now. They're probably like, oh fuck, we got to catch up. You know,
They bought a whole bunch of studios.
Yeah, so maybe a couple of years we start to see some of that stuff, but it's gonna be a while.
Yeah,
There's almost no reason to buy an Xbox right now.
I wouldn't think so.
Nope.
Unless you
I
want
honestly
Xbox
can't
One
think
X
of one.
because you want the
Halo. If you're way into Halo, but
Who's
Forza,
who's
I
way into
guess. Nobody anymore. Kids, the kids who hate Fortnite are into Halo.
Hey, Fortnite's going down.
Fortnite had its biggest month ever in August
Yeah.
with 78
And
million
now
players.
it's September.
Which isn't done yet, so... Alex also wrote in and says, what nonsense did you believe for way too long before you found out it was made up?
Ghosts.
I'm
still scared of ghosts.
No, yeah, okay. The jury's kind of out on that one, I think, maybe. Isn't that...
I don't know if I can think of one.
yeah,
There
this
has
is-
to be one.
Oh, definitely. Like,
Yeah.
what has Mark Brandon... What was Mark Brandon the Markiest about? It's always hard to
know.
think of because
Like, I don't know if anyone tricked me. I used to think some stupid things.
Yeah,
I
what
used
were
to
they?
think for a really, really long time, I thought the Princess Bride black hero guy was
the Black
Zorro.
Knight?
Like, I thought that
Oh,
was...
yeah, the
I
Dread
thought
Dead
that,
Pirates Robert.
I thought those movies were, like, connected in the series.
I see how you get there.
And I was, like, watching Zorro once, and I was like... This is the second one? And they're like,
Yeah.
no, this is the first one. I was like, no, there's something older there's something that happened before this. And the only scene I could remember was the one with where he's doing the poison cup test.
Yep.
And I was like, no, there's a fucking the poison cup thing. What the fuck? When was that? What
The guy
Zorro
says
movie was that?
inconceivable a bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, what is your, like, I thought all dogs were boys and cats were girls type of thing.
Nobody actually
Wait.
thought that.
When I was young. I think Death Stranding is Metal Gear. No, I don't.
Is the Australian toilets going backwards thing true?
I think that's true.
That's
if
not
it's-
true. No.
Is it
Really?
not true?
No, it's not.
That's
true.
my answer
There we go.
because
I totally thought it was true.
so did I.
No, that was absolutely not true. You
The
guys,
word- not toilets, but water drain. Because toilets are like pressurized around.
I
Just
feel like-
water draining in general.
Kevin might be bullshit.
Just water drain. He's done it a lot on this show, and we've called him out a couple of times. It's just water in general draining.
Why would it be
Believe.
backwards?
Because you're on the other side of the magnet.
But
Because if the Earth is, if you're standing up here and the Earth is rotating like this, when you're standing down here, it's.
I bet you Kevin doesn't
Yeah,
have an
there you
answer for this
go.
because he's never stopped believing anything that he believed in his life. Against insurmountable evidence, he would still be like, "No, I'm pretty sure."
when I was younger, and because my brother and I started watching wrestling when we were really young, like I was a big wrestling mark for a number of years, like into my teens, and
Like past where it's fine to be like, oh, he's like 13, whatever. But he's like,
Oh,
you were 19.
no,
and-
not I wouldn't say like 19, but definitely like
In the teens.
in high school kind of thing.
Did you ever get into a fight where someone's like,
Oh
it's
yeah,
fake? You're like, no, it fucking isn't.
Absolutely, I'm like, how can you say it's fake? You see what they're doing? Oh, that's real.
I believe my fandom of wrestling was allowed to continue on the caveat that my mother told me it was not real. And then I remember breaking that news to several people, and it was not a good time. They did not take to it well, and were mad enough that I was like, I might be wrong. Carry on.
let me try that on you, they said.
Yeah.
What do you guys remember how old you were when you stopped believing in like Santa Claus and all that stuff?
I don't remember.
Young.
Yeah, I was pretty young.
Fucking old soul.
I want to say I was like probably like 12, somewhere in there.
I remember my mom. I called my mom out on the tooth fairy thing, and she's like, "Yeah, there's no tooth fairy." And then I never called her out on Santa, but I was like, "It's just a fucking house of lies. I know all of these.
Yeah.
None of these things are real."
I always knew my parents did it, but was mystified by how they're not little stealthy people, and we live in an old creaky house. When we were like, how the fuck was someone like hiding under the tree all day waiting for people to go to bed? Like, it was always kind of amazing.
I was never the kind of kid who wanted to like catch a glimpse of Santa. I was
Oh,
always
always.
like, I'm going to fucking sleep. If I see him, he's probably not going to give me shit for starters.
I'm gonna catch that fucker.
Yeah, like even if I heard him stomping around up there, I'd be like, cover my head and be like, I'm not awake. I'm not awake. I'm not awake. I'm not awake. Carry on, leave me my shit. I want my Xbox. Go back up the chimney.
Oliver, you ever? What are you naive about? Anything you can think of?
Ghosts, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still believe those are real? I mean,
I don't,
no one.
I
can
know that they're not real. It's just that they kind of really
prove they're
scare
not
me.
real.
No,
you can't
no, no, no,
definitively
no.
prove they're not real.
Let me tell you, I live in this house,
Yeah, see?
and this house is very haunted. So you can't tell me that ghosts don't exist.
Someone in chat puts a great one that popping your fingers will cause arthritis. I believe that. And I
Yeah.
chronically, I'm going to do it right now because I've been thinking about it, pop my fingers. I
do
can't
it
help
all the
it.
time.
Yeah.
I sort of get why like it could lead to arthritis.
Yeah. See-
People say
Yeah,
that it
because-
doesn't, but I'm like,
Because it's a joint and you get arthritis in your joints and you're fucking with your
Makes
joints,
sense, yeah.
right?
You shouldn't be making them pop. That's not right.
I mean, by that same logic, you shouldn't stretch your muscles.
I
Same thing.
I can and love to pop almost every joint in my body, but I believe it's bad for me because I've heard that rumor, so I try not to.
You guys superstitious?
Not really.
Not really.
Not really.
I used to be, but not really anymore.
No.
I when I'm at work, because we have like giant like movable ladder things, and every time I see somebody go underneath it, because it's like probably like a 30-foot high ladder that's on wheels and a frame and everything like that. So every time I see somebody like step underneath the ladder and walk, because it's at the base of it, it's probably about 10-15 feet wide, and every time I see somebody go underneath there, I like call them out on it. Like, what are you doing? You're stepping underneath the ladder? What are you doing?
There's so much space to not go underneath the ladder if you wanted.
As someone who worked around ladders, it is just a good safety rule not to walk under ladders. It's not it's superstitious because someone had something fall on them and they died once.
That's a good point.
These ones have like there's no if you drop something, it's not going underneath the ladder essentially.
Weren't you like safety officer or something at your place?
Yeah,
and
I was.
And here you are being like, hey, I'm an idiot for telling you not to walk under that ladder.
No, I was, and then my work started getting on me because, like, hey, you're taking this a little too seriously. We can be cutting a lot of corners if you stop calling people out on stuff like this.
True.
And I'm like, so what do you want me to do? Do you want me to stop calling people out on doing things that are unsafe? And they're like,
thank you.
yes, yeah, maybe you could stop doing that. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to do this job
Maybe
anymore.
alter your standards a little
Yeah.
bit.
Hand it in your badge and your gun.
Yeah.
Don't walk under ladders. Moral of the story.
Don't break mirrors either. There's just no reason.
I've had things fall on my dome. Not even walking under ladders. Just working around guys on ladders.
You maybe should be wearing a hard hat.
I should have been. You're right.
Yeah, it's
see,
bad, it's
there
bad
you go.
luck not to wear a hard hat
Absolutely.
when you're on a
So-
work site.
The problem was not walking under ladders. The problem was not wearing a hard hat.
You know what you really don't do? Do not ever, if you work on a ladder and you leave something on the top of that ladder, like a hammer or pliers or anything, and then walk away from it, if I'm on your job site, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
You are not making it home that night, you will be dead. Because that is the shittiest fucking thing. Do you know what? When you move a ladder, the first thing you do is you look up and you lean it back, and whatever is on that ladder goes directly into your forehead every time.
That is the one ladder rule that I will like enforce.
Oh my God.
Like top shelving ladder, whatever.
Yep.
Propping it up against the wall, like not like A-frame, probably whatever.
Do whatever you want.
Don't leave shit on top of the ladder.
Stand on the very top rung. I don't care.
Yeah.
Don't leave shit on it.
Put a ladder on a forklift and then raise the forklift and then climb the ladder.
I'm
That's
not.
just innovation.
I'm not supposed to threaten to kill people on live on the internet. So I'm apologize. My attorney's contacted me.
You didn't say you. Oh yeah, you did.
Those they still stand, but I won't make any more
Right.
threats. Yeah, they're promises.
I'm not sorry for my comments.
They're promises.
Yes.
Don't leave things on ladders.
No, yeah.
It's the worst. I got hit in the head once for real. That was a real story. I did take a pair of pliers right to the forehead off the top of the ladder. It sucked.
As a photographer, you
bled a
are
lot.
not supposed to leave your camera on a tripod and not be within arm's reach of it.
Just in case it like
in case it
tips
just
over.
tips over
or-
and
yeah, it's
breaks.
a little top heavy.
Why would it tip over? It's on a tripod.
Yeah. it's
Well, the tripod could be faulty. Like the legs get loose. You have to tighten them. They get loose over time.
probably
Or the
pretty-
wind.
Pretty top heavy too, right?
Yeah, it's very top heavy.
Slight breeze.
Yeah, if you don't have the thing all the way locked, it'll like just start tilting forward on
Oh,
the
yeah.
tripod until it gets too heavy.
That's always really funny when it's like an
Yeah.
actual shot and it's
Yeah.
just getting
It's just
lower,
going lower
and
and lower.
lower. Like,
Yeah. I walk away from it all the time.
Good. From a slowly lowering shot.
Yeah, I watch it lowering, and I'm like, I
Alright,
bet
Job,
I
here's
bet you I could go do what I need to do and get back before this becomes a $10,000 mistake.
Podcast at talkingreckless.com is an email address. You can write in to the show. Drop on the subreddit if you want. r/talkingreckless. Thank you very much to Devin and Alex. I did that off memory, which is very. You watch the video, verify that for yourself. That's it. I got no more to say. I'm going to let you out into the world. Go buy some video games before they're all gone.
I'm gonna play some Spider-Man.
Yes, hell yeah.
Maybe if you buy all the video games, they'll stay.
That's what I'm hoping. Yes. Couple quick things here coming up on the stream. On Friday, October 20th, we're playing Jackbox Party Night. It's a couple weeks from now. And
I was not invited to that.
that's correct. I just scheduled it today.
Yep.
Everyone's invited.
Okay.
Everyone's invited. You at home are invited. You in the studio also invited.
You can't come and hang out with us, but you can be there.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. But not you can't like be there, but you can be there.
We'll be connected by the internet.
Yeah, totally.
The same connection we've maintained.
Exactly.
Did I ever tell you guys?
It's better this way.
Did I ever tell you a story about the guy who came up when I was just doing Satpod and came to my birthday uninvited? Well, I guess he wasn't uninvited. I said I'm having my birthday at the brew house. Stop by for drinks on Twitter. I said it on Twitter.
Okay.
Kind of to my friends, and then this was a guy who
you put it out there.
followed me. Yeah, he
put
followed
it
me
out there.
because of the show and showed up. It's the first time I had ever met. I was like with people who totally thought I knew this guy, and I was like shaking his hand. I was like, "Oh, hey, thanks for coming." And then he finally went to the bathroom, and everyone's like, "Who's that?" And I'm like, "I've never met
I have
that
to
man
go.
in my life."
Weren't you flattered though?
That was kind of nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of wanted him to leave too.
Big star.
Yeah.
I always feel weird when I meet people because I'm always like, you were expecting like you probably thought I was way taller and like way funnier and I have nothing interesting to say.
Yeah, I haven't had my
And
coffee yet.
I'm wearing
and-
just sweatpants that I got
Yeah.
on and
Yeah. Fucking the one day I wasn't wearing my Fusion Dance Panda shirt. I fucking
One-
run into
I
some-
leave my Shenrons at home for one day. And then we're playing Mischief Makers on Weird Game Wednesday. It's an N64 game. I don't know how weird it actually is, but it's one I have. So here we go.
I mean, how goat are the goats you play?
All vary, except for Morrowind, which didn't make the list. Morrowind is the worst of all
I
time.
didn't know you were actually cutting games.
I
I thought you were just making the list longer and longer.
we couldn't play Morrowind, so it didn't qualify. We played Morrowind and it crashed. I said, "Fuck, this game sucks."
I think you still have to put it on the list.
Yeah.
I think you have to put it at the bottom of the
DNQ.
list.
Yeah, it's DNQ. Did not qualify. We didn't see the ending of it.
And
I
then
might
it
have a disc for Morrowind. If you
Baby.
wanna, that might solve all your problems. Might solve all your problems.
Nope, I'm shaking my head no. All regular.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Kevin Meyer.
Hey,
Brandon Lynch.
there.
And you at home. Thanks so much. We're going to see you here in 7 days' time. It'll be 244 of the Talking Reckless podcast. 300's coming up. That's it. We'll see you next week.
Woo!
shit, you can run that back every week.
Yeah.
300's
nailed
coming up.
that.
Yeah, 244, 245, 246, 247. 300's still coming up, people.
Coming up.
That's going to be the
So
that is
far
now
from
that is now
300.
going to be the running joke. It's only a year from 300.
That's a long time.
This time next
That's a year if we hit all our days.
not that long at all.
We only miss like 1 or 2 a year.
Years go like that.
Yeah, we're actually very consistent
Years
these
go
days.
like that.
What's going on with Satpod? Speaking of which,
I don't know. I'm just part-timer.
but like, have they not been recording?
I don't think so.
God damn
It's
it!
kind of a don't ask, don't tell.
Warren says
I,
he can't get the
I
guys.
get it, but I mean,
can't
like,
get the
that's
guys.
the
I always-
only.
I always
That's how
offer
I.
to go, Phil.
That's how I enjoy my wrestling
I
nowadays.
understand
Hearing
if he doesn't
you
wanna
guys talk,
water down
those
the
guys.
quality of the product
See,
with a
here
wrestling
is the
mark.
problem: is when the people who do the show that you watch to get your little fix also don't want to do the wrestling
That's
part of it.
true,
Then we're in trouble.
Plus one of them, Scotty.
Oh, we didn't
Oh.
talk about Death Stranding, and we didn't talk
Nothing.
about that WWE 2K19 thing.
Okay,
No one's
let's
sort of
talk about it
talking
right now. Here's a little bonus content.
Because
for the
Triple
video
H
people.
has a voice line in
Have
that
they never
thing.
been? Have the superstars never been voiced?
Yeah, the superstars have talked in the past. But
Last
I
year
don't
they
know.
were literally just text, and
Your
all
creative
that text
character?
was super fucking uninteresting.
I remember like the SmackDown series. You guys ever play the SmackDown games?
Yes.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Those were for me. Those were the pinnacle.
Not that.
Yeah.
Of well,
Love
No
those.
Mercy, like the N64 ones,
Yes.
and then the SmackDown ones.
N64 ones were good, like mechanically.
Yeah.
And they were really fun.
And then SmackDown had the dope
ones
stories.
were fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Um,
There was a lot of voice work in
There's like
those stories.
like Joker gas. It looked like Bray was using Joker gas on him in the locker room.
I'm not
Matt
gonna
Hardy had him in the like the multiverse or whatever.
You think when do we get to the point where the Hardy compound is a playable area?
This game.
Is it this game?
They
mentioned-
almost made it seem like that's the they made it seem like Matt Hardy was in the Hardy compound.
Right, but was that just like maybe a story? Like he does a lot of stuff from the Hardy compound.
I think you'll go
Do you
fight.
think you'll be able to fight?
Yeah,
on
Bray.
the-
Bray. That
good decision.
did you watch the trailer? Because Bray, it looks like the character's having a match with Bray in the compound. It looks like they made this
well,
when
that's
Matt Hardy
great. I
and
have
Bray
not
Wyatt
seen
were a
the
big
trailer.
thing. You should watch it.
I thought that was
am
the.
not going to play that game.
I thought
I
that
might
was
for the
the
story mode.
the House of Horrors, actually.
Maybe.
Don't let it get you. Don't let it get you.
Maybe.
Wait, okay, so
We need to make them stop making these.
I've never bought one. This would be the first WWE 2K.
They'll have another one.
buy
They'll have
it.
got another guy.
What if the studio closes?
Good.
What if this is the last one? Yeah, touche.
has the creative character never had a voice? Because this guy was talking a lot.
No, I don't think the
Warren
creative
Warren says House of Horrors is the playable thing this go around. That sort of sucks. Then never mind. I saw there was a lot of Bray.
Fucking
There was a lot of
sweating there.
there's a lot of Bray and a lot of Matt Hardy, and I'm like, oh look, because they kind of like they cut to all different wrestlers. I'm like, oh fuck, you're going through because they're like, here's Braun,
I
here's
really
Triple
like
H,
the part where he's like
you're
curling the thing.
the fucking piece of the set,
Yeah.
your victim or
Victim.
whatever.
That's
Just come
that's
play
totally
it.
what
Go
I like.
play with Warren.
Yeah,
Warren
I just want
will
to see the
always
story
have
stuff.
it.
I just want to see the story stuff.
I always get what I need out of that game by watching Warren play it. There's usually a lot of amusement.
The characters, he's like, Triple H, you tried to hold me down in NXT, in whatever. There's like 4 that he lists. In SmackDown, now you're trying to do it here on Raw. I don't know.
You're in.
I'm in.
All right.
Because I think Triple H talks back, maybe.
Like Warren would be happy. Warren would like to have someone to consistently play online with.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I just want to see the story.
Oh, gotcha.
I want to watch a YouTube synopsis.
Warren probably has those
Maybe
people.
be convinced.
I'm sure there's a thriving, growing online community.
Hopefully the opposite. Hopefully shrinking.
It's shrinking.
And, yeah, slowly.
Death
drying
Stranding,
out.
like that was kind of
What's
a cool
the Death
1
Stranding
minute
news?
thing.
It's just a trailer from
It's just a-
from where? TGS?
I think
No.
the Tokyo Game shows up.
Is that right?
Yeah,
That time already.
yeah.
Am I excited for that game? I can't remember where I left off.
This one was kind of a cool thing. It had revealed that Troy Baker is doing a voice.
Sounds a lot like Ocelot.
It
It looks like
sounds
you know what I realized? This looks like if Persona was a like very well realized highly rendered, detailed 3D world. This looks exactly like that thing where he takes the mask off and fucking summons his persona, basically.
I guess so.
Have we moved on from the Metal Gear?
Troy Baker talks in his regular ass Troy Baker voice, which is also his Ocelot voice. So no, I'm deeper than I've ever been.
And then he summons this big fucking beast thing.
Yeah, a persona.
I'm in. If it's Metal Gear. If it's not Metal Gear, then I will maybe just kind of watch over your shoulder until someone tells me
what if it's
really
the
good.
new Metal Gear Solid? What if it's like, this is the first one, which we're gonna look back on in 10 years or 20 years and be like, what was he? This is rough, but like, here's where it all started.
1 decade after it comes out, I will play all 4 of them.
And then just fall madly in love with it.
Yeah.
I'm in. I just want to know when I can play it, and also what
Warren's
I'm
not
going to
getting
be playing.
WWE apparently. I don't know.
I don't know what else came out of TGS, but I was hoping some Ghost stuff. But I don't know. I haven't really looked into it.
Some ghosts.
Ghost
of
of
Tsushima.
Tsushima, yeah.
Because we're still talking about things you're afraid of.
Yeah, right.
Like ghosts?
Some ghost stuff.
No, I don't know what came out of there. Maybe the Red Dead thing might have been. I don't know. I just get news. Like, I don't really know where it comes from unless it's like TGS trailer, which is why I think I knew where that one was from. I'm going to turn off this here little streamy poo, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us. We're going to be on tomorrow. Regular. Oh, no. Oliver's are you still going to play tonight?
I'll pop it on.
Yeah, fucking A. Oliver's going to race home and play some Spider-Man tonight.
Dope.
Yeah.
Tune in if you'd like. I'm
Yeah.
gonna try to...
You know what? Remember when I was like, are you going to play that on Mondays? Don't play that on Mondays because I want to play that proper.
Should I even tonight?
I do. I actually just, maybe not.
Yeah,
As
I don't
I
think so,
thought
'cause
that through, I'll
that's
be
your
playing
thing.
Spider-Man in full in like a couple weeks
okay,
here.
I won't. Good.
Yeah, you're free.
Good.
You're free.
'Cause
Never mind. Disregard.
I was totally gonna do it, but I
Disregard.
wasn't gonna. I didn't want to interact with the crowd.
Yeah, fuck them. They suck.
Not that.
No,
It's
I
just
hate them
like,
too. No, I understand. Yeah, fuck them.
Good thing.
Bunch of assholes.
Not that. Come on, you're
Fuck
putting
the
words in my
crowd.
mouth.
I know what you
Fuck
mean.
the
No, I know what you
crowd.
mean. Man, we should start that chant next show we go to when crowds being shitty. No, sometimes you just want to play games. I totally get it. A lot of times you just want to play games.
Yeah,
It's work.
it's not. It's fun when Amber
less-
and I do it.
It's
Just
less work the less you do of it.
It's true, but it totally is still work.
it's your work.
Yeah, that's what
It's
the
your job.
real reason to why I never remember what's happening in video games, especially when I'm streaming, is because I'm paying like 5% attention to the game. Unless we're playing God of War, then it's 100% zero, but it's like 5%, 95%. Like I'm not really. I'm playing the game. I'm going through the motions, but we're chatting.
Yeah, hanging
We're
out.
chatting. Yeah, it's an excuse it's a small talk starter. Anywho's, now I'm turning off for real. Thank you very much, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Good night.
Gracias.